Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto has black sand bloodline. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Joe Strider 18 and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 1, The Deal. A Ronin's past is revealed. The village was in near rags, but he had no preference about villages anymore. The people all stared and eyed him suspiciously. Then again, his clothing did not necessarily scream friendly at all. He wore a black mesh with an orange swirl on the back along with black pants with white flames on the bottom and black sandals. His hands were covered in black fingerless gloves and the lower half of his face hidden behind a black mask. On his back was a large black and white scroll. Sighing heavily, he put a hand through his blonde spiky hair. Where is this woman at? He asked himself. Once again, he was doing a job in some small country where his client was nowhere to be found because they were afraid of some overlord. At least there's pay. Yes. Naruto Uzumaki, a boy of just 12 years old, was a part-time assassin. His main job was running away from Jonin from Iwagaku no Sato and Konohagaku no Sato. The hidden leaf, he could understand. Hell, he had a run-in with Tsunegeki Shinobi a few years ago, and they were still pissed at him. But he had no clue why they hated him, or wanted him for. He ruled out that they wanted the tenant in his head since they continued to refer to him as the son and not the demon either way. Ducking and dodging tracking teams from certain villages was always number one thing he did. However, today was slightly different. He had been contacted by a woman to help with some problem she was having. Now, usually just that would never get his attention. But seeing that he would be in the land of his ancestors, he could not pass it up. Naruto Uzumaki? A voice said. Turning his head, Naruto saw the woman and standing near a bar of some sort. Are you the Naruto Uzumaki? Sometimes. Naruto replied. Being obnoxious always left a mark on his customers. I take it that you are Tsunami, right? The woman nodded. So, what was your problem? And not here. Tsunami said. My place? Lead the way. Naruto said. The woman nearly scurried off and Naruto had to put a little extra energy into his steps to keep up with her. Naruto idly glanced at her hips from time to time. 12 or not, he was still a male and she was a perfect mate. Damn it, QG. Stop making me think about that. Naruto mentally scolded the fox in his head, gaining a loud, sinister chuckle in return. Once the duo made it to the small house of Tsunami, Naruto looked around. His house was bigger than this, and that was saying a lot considering his house had to be small in fear that Hunternines would find it. Then again, his house did stretch underground instead. Here we are. Tsunami said. My father should be here soon. Okay. Now tell me what the problem is. Naruto said. Tsunami gave a sour look. Gato. We feel as if he has hired an assassin, Zabuza. At the sound of the name, Naruto's eyes narrowed. Vengeance. So, will you help? Like I said, I don't have much so. Naruto stopped her by raising a hand into the air. For free. The statement nearly caused the woman to glomp him and face fault into the floor. From what she had heard, because no Naruto was a cost a lot and was usually called to defeat a few bandits. This was a high-ranked Ronin, and she had assumed that it was going to cost more than she currently possessed. She was wrong. Naruto, on the other hand, was slowly slipping into the fox's grasp. There were certain times in his life where he allowed the Ninetales to do whatever he pleased just as long as he did not break the seal or harm anyone important to Naruto. The deal seemed to be a profitable one as of date, seeing as Naruto has been pulled out of several sticky situations with the help of a being that knows the very fundamentals of using almost every kind of jutsu known to man. And if Haku just so happened to interfere and makes things worse on him, he would have no problem giving the fox a body to run wild in. In fact, there was a new jutsu he had been working on as of lately. Maybe this would be the perfect time to use it. Tsunami-san. Tsunami looked at the short blonde. You said that your dad was returning? Tsunami nodded. When? He left about a week ago to get help as well. Tsunami said. We were not expecting you to arrive at all. But when your toad arrived last night, I realized how wrong we were. Naruto nodded before dropping his scroll. Hi. Excuse me, I have to go check something. With that, Naruto quickly dashed outside. Zabuza, the demon of the mist, was definitely here. He knew that sent anywhere. Kit, you might want to slow down. You're not strong enough to take on Zabuza yet, Kyubi said to Naruto. And if you get us killed, I will at least get the pleasure of devouring your soul forever in hell. Whatever. But if I can at least injure him, I can fight Haku one-on-one before turning my attentions to Zabuza. Naruto replied. That's the dumbest thing you've said in a while. Huh, and when I thought you grew a brain. Keep it up and I'll put a sound barrier seal in there too. Naruto shot back. This caused the ancient being to growl lowly. Now, we need to focus on his scent. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura Haruno called as the mist cleared. No way, Kiba Inuzuka said. He couldn't have, Sakura murmured. But he has the Sharingan. Sasuke thought as the three-eyed there captured sensei. There's no way that he should have been caught. Zabuza chuckled deeply. I expected more out of you. But I guess that your reputation exceeds you. Zabuza held a single-hand seal, forming a water clone. Take care of the brats. We don't want anything getting in our way. Move, Sasuke said, grabbing Tazuna and jumping away. Kiba grabbed the injured Akamaru, leaving a stiff Sakura in the way of the clone. Before the water clone of Zabuza could swing its sword, Sakura's body was wrapped by something and pulled out of harm's way. After giving it a second glacé, Kakashi realized that that something was actually someone's tongue. What kind of jutsu is that? Kakashi thought to himself. Sakura was sat on the ground as the tongue retracted and shrunk into Naruto's mouth. I should have placed a seal on that, Naruto said, wiping his tongue with the back of his hand. Who are you? Kiba asked. Naruto flipped into the air and landed on the shore, half his foot on the lake's surface. Makaze no Naruto, Zabuza stated. It's good to see you again. Unfortunately, you're not in time to save this one. The clone slashed through Naruto. Dobe, Sasuke thought. Baka, Sakura thought at the same time. That looked like that hurt, Naruto said from his spot in the tree. Shadow clone? Kakashi questioned himself. How'd he learn that? Naruto removed his left glove, revealing a seal on the right palm. He began running towards the clone at high speeds. Lightning sealing method, Byakurai. Kakashi's eyes widened as he saw something akin to his own Chidori form into Naruto's palm as the boy thrust his hand forward. A blast of white lightning rushed towards the clone that dodged quickly. The blast, however, continued to where the real Zabuza and Kakashi were. Water style, water encampment wall. The clone of Zabuza performed the attack, causing a large wall of water to form in time to stop the blast from breaking the prison. A large steam covered the area after the two attacks met. What power, Sakura stammered. Just who is this guy? Sasuke thought. Naruto put his glove back on and gave a low growl. He did not have a lot of lightning sealed to use that technique multiple of times, but Zabuza had unlimited water. He had to find a way to get past the clone. But how? Is that the best you can do? You've grown weaker, Zabuza taunted. I told you that you weren't strong enough to defeat him, the fox chastised. Now what? Naruto smirked. We show them why we're referred to as Makaze no Naruto. Naruto held a hand seal. Kit transformation. A puff of smoke surrounded Naruto, followed with a wave of chakra. When the smoke cleared, there stood a blonde chibi fox on its hind legs with 9 tails behind it. Team 7 gaped while Zabuza and Kakashi both noticeably tensed. That idiot! He just turned to some stupid fox no bigger than Akamaru, Kiba called. We're doomed, Sakura added. Dobe, Sasuke muttered angrily. That chakra, could it be that he's learned about it yet? Kakashi thought. Damn, this kid is pulling out the stunts early, Zabuza thought. The fight with Hatake has left me tired. Naruto nodded. Alright, time to do this. Naruto held a hand seal and his cheeks noticeably expanded before his now enlarged and stretched tongue shot out. This again, Zabuza shouted as the tongue shot underwater. Stop him! Zabuza's clone came directly for Naruto, who stood still. Move! Sakura and Kiba ordered in unison. Naruto grunted before dodging the attack. He was forced to retract his tongue in the process. Zabuza's clone continued his attack, coming directly for Naruto. Time for your swift style, Kyuubi said. Hi, Naruto thought. The sword sliced Naruto, only for his image to shimmer out of existence. That wasn't a clone, Kakashi thought. He dodged that at nearly twice the speed of sound. But how is that possible? Naruto's chibi fox body appeared behind the clone in a small whirlwind, only to vanish again once Zabuza attempted to gut the fox boy again. Take this, Naruto shouted, headbutting Zabuza's clone in the gut, causing it to disperse. Shit! Zabuza thought as Naruto vanished again. Lightning sealing method. Zabuza saw Naruto in front of him now. Byakurai! Zabuza's eyes widened. Haku! Team 7 and Tazuna watched another explosion of mist erupted after the sound of shattering glass. Once the smoke cleared, Naruto was now in his normal form with Kakashi standing beside him. He freed Kakashi-sensei, Sakura said happily. He got away, Naruto panted. There Naruto's eyes drooped. Tired. Naruto fell towards the water before Kakashi caught him. Naruto-sensei would be proud, Kakashi thought. Naruto saw the dark sewer that led to his tenant. He figured that there must be a reason he was summoned here, so he went to talk to the Baka Fox. He soon came to the usual room where a statue of his mother, Kushina Uzumaki, stood guarding the forbidden passage that unleashed the Kyuubi's Yin chakra. But his attention was towards the large cage that held the beast. "Alright, Kyuji, what do you want?" Naruto asked. Kyuubi growled. "You insolent fool! You chose to transform into that pathetic transformation, drawing out more chakra than needed, when you could have just transformed into the real thing. And risk you hurting the one-eyed guy and the others? I'll take my chances," Naruto said. "Why? Are these mortals of any use for you?" the fox questioned. "No," Naruto replied. "But I couldn't let that rat Zabuza get away without a fight. Besides, you know that I have Uzumaki blood in me. We always find a way to end up on top." "Might I remind you that 2 of the last Uzumakis are out to kill you?" Kyuubi asked. "And the last time we ran into Hiriko, we were lucky that Jiraiya was nearby or else." Naruto was silent for a moment. Hiriko Uzumaki was an old man with a serious problem. He had dreams of starting the 4th Great Shinobi World War just to prove a point. With his seal that allowed him to use the Dark Release, he was a powerful foe. Naruto had attempted to redo the seal on himself, but could not. So he settled with the lightning sealing method and another that he had picked up in Sunagekure no Sato. "Your skills are improving," Naruto beamed at the compliment. "But that does not make you immortal." Yeah, say it, don't spray it," Naruto responded nonchalantly. "Besides, we lived, didn't we? I had the fight in my hand this entire time." "You're lucky that you have that swift release at your knowledge," the fox told its jailer. "If not, you would have been sliced in half. And even then, you can only use it for a limited time because it tires you out. You need to find a way to use it without killing yourself, or else they'll change your name from Mikaze no Naruto to Kamikaze no Naruto." Kamikaze no Naruto, it has a nice ring to it. Naruto was grateful that the cage stopped the clawed hand that would have crushed him like it was meant to. Instead, Naruto laughed. "See you around, Kyuji. And might I suggest cleaning up in here once in a while? It's kind of dirty." The fox watched the boy's retreating figure with a dark smirk. "One day, I shall have the pleasure in meeting you on the battlefield, Naruto Uzumaki." Naruto opened his eyes. He could sense several of living creatures around him. 7 human, 1 dog, and fleas. Lots and lots of those little buggers. "He's awake." Naruto recognized the voice as the pink-haired Screecher from earlier. He sat up to see her and her team along with the old man he assumed to be Tsunami's father, Tsunami, and a boy that he had no recollection of. "Are you alright?" Kakashi asked. Naruto nodded. "Fine. Thanks for carrying me here, but I have a job to do." Naruto attempted to move, but hissed in pain. He removed the glove on his left hand and saw the lightning seal nearly burning into his skin. "That's not good." "Do you need something for that?" Tsunami asked. "Yeah," Naruto replied. "Can you hand me my scroll?" Without another word, the woman left the area. "This sucks." "Wait, if you're a wanting man too, then why are you after Zabuza?" Sakura asked. "And how can such a small fry be such a big threat?" Kiba added. Sasuke did not say anything, seeing that his teammates had asked both questions that he wanted to know. Though, he would have asked the blonde how he had become so strong instead of how he became such a big threat. Sasuke knew that threats came in all shapes and sizes, friend, foe, or family. "Here it is," Tsunami said, struggling to carry the large thing back to Naruto. It was much heavier than it appeared. Naruto took the scroll and opened it, placing his left hand on a handprint of the same appendage. The seal began to glow bright green as Naruto gave a small sigh of relief as the seal on his left hand became clearer. A dark red chakra outlined his hand before disappearing. "That's better," Naruto said, slipping his glove back on. Lightning restored and hand healed. Naruto then hopped off of the bed, startling everyone. "Now, onwards to find Momochi." "Wait just a minute, Naruto," Kakashi said, gaining a curious frown from Naruto. "We have to talk. Alone." Naruto then spotted the one thing he should have seen from the start. That cursed Hayate. "So you're Leaf Nin, huh? Come to take me back?" Naruto said. "Well, I'm not. I'm not here for that. Besides, I'm too tired to do anything about it anyway," Kakashi said. Naruto looked at Kakashi with a critical eye before sighing. "Good. Now this way." Naruto followed Kakashi, strapping his scroll on his back as he walked out the back. The two were eventually in the back of the house near the docks. "So I take it that you know most of everything, right?" Kakashi asked. Naruto shrugged. "Most of it. There are still some things I don't know." "And what about Konoha? Any chance you'll be returning there?" Kakashi said. Naruto looked at the sea in front of him. "There are people there that worry about you. The Hokage, for instance." Naruto was silent before smirking beneath his mask. "I take it that the law still stands. No one knows about the Uzumaki clan." No one talks about the nine-tailed fox. I guess you're right to be angry at that. Though, how you obtained the information is still far from legal. Naruto shrugged, but Kakashi continued. But for the sake of your rising bounty, I advise that you either lay low on this mission or afterwards. I'll go home as soon as this is over, I promise. Naruto said. But until then, I have a mission to do. Zabuza Momochi will be defeated. Sure, Kakashi said. Kiba, Sasuke, and Sakura sat with one another after dinner outside. This guy is a nukenin, and from the sounds of it, a pretty strong one, Sasuke said. We will need to take him seriously if we want to take him down. Why not just wait for Kakashi-sensei? Sakura questioned. You saw how fast he moved. He could be the one really after Tazuna, Sasuke said. You saw it yourself. He had a clear shot and Zabuza just disappeared. If he wanted to kill him, he would have. Kiba nodded. Makes sense, but what about that stupid fox move? If he transforms, then we're out of luck. Sasuke-kun can beat him, Sakura screeched. Beat who? The voice caused all three to jump in fear and whip their heads towards Naruto sitting in a branch above them. Yo! Kiba pointed. How'd you get there without me sensing you? Do you know how many foxes actually slip by a dog's noise a year? Let me tell you, a lot, Naruto said, causing Kiba to growl. What? Who are you? Sasuke asked. Oh, that, Naruto said before jumping into the air and landing in front of the three with a weird stance. I am the heir of seals. I am the next sage of toads. The wielder of the strongest power known to men. I am the feared Mikaze, Naruto Uzumaki. Kiba, Sakura, and Sasuke stood annoyed as they swore they saw flames rising behind Naruto. Sakura's left eye twitched. That's really annoying. Naruto fell, anime style, onto the ground, face first. He did that to impress her. So you're some stupid nuke who everyone is looking after? Kiba said as Naruto hopped to his feet. But you're just a kid like us. How can you be that feared? Oh, that's easy. I'm stronger than you, Naruto said while rubbing the back of his head. You're not stronger than Sasuke-kun, Sakura yelled. There's no possible way that you are. Huh? Sasuke-kun, eh? Naruto said as he eyed Kiba and then Sasuke. He walked to the Uchiha and stared at him. He then closed his eyes and crossed his arms. He doesn't look that tough. Now it was Sasuke's turn to be furious. How dare this dope down the last of the Uchiha? He would pay dearly for that mistake. How about a spar then? Sasuke said, knowing that the blonde still had to be tired from his bout with Zabuza. Right here, right now. Nah, Naruto said, turning around. Maybe next time. The statement threw Sasuke into a deep rage. Running through hand seals at lightning speeds, he inhaled deeply. Fire release, great fireball jutsu, Sasuke shouted as he exhaled the large fireball towards Naruto. That showed him, Sakura thought. Wham! And that's why Sasuke-kun is the best. Inner Sakura added, holding a V for victory sign. Sasuke ended his attack to see that Naruto was nowhere to be found. Rule of a missing knee, Naruto said, a kunai pressed lightly against Sasuke's neck. Never let your guard down. Sasuke quickly spun around with a punch. The blonde ducked the blow, thinking that it would be much more fun tiring the Uchiha out before he finished it. Though he was a bit tired from the earlier bout, he could easily tap into the fox's chakra and use the swift release if push came to shove. Sasuke's foot connected with Naruto's side. The pain was bearable as Naruto landed a punch on Sasuke that knocked the boy backwards. Naruto did a hand seal before his cheeks puffed up. Not that creepy tongue move again, Sakura thought with a quiver as she remembered how she was saved earlier. Naruto shot his now extended and expanded tongue at Sasuke. Sasuke dodged it, only for the muscle to quickly turn and pursue. How do I dodge this guy's tongue? Sasuke thought before freezing. That did not come out right. Sasuke threw several kunai at Naruto's tongue. Naruto quickly retracted it, seeing that he did not want any harm coming to his favorite muscle. He would never be able to taste ramen again if something were to happen to his tongue. Don't forget about me, Kiba shouted. Piercing Fang. Kit, now is time for that secret technique of yours, Kyubi said as Naruto dodged the attack. Right, Naruto said, holding a hand seal. Ninja art, beast mimicry transformation, 2 tails. A puff of smoke surrounded Naruto before quickly vanishing. Sasuke, Sakura, and Kiba stood a bit horrified at the new Naruto. His blonde hair had grown and now had a much redder tint to it. His arms and hands were covered in a fine red fur, ending at his elbows. 2 red tails were behind him, like his earlier transformation, though his eyes were red with fox slits. His mask dropped onto the ground, revealing feral whiskers on his face. What is this? Kyubi asked. I feel my power slipping into yours, but my will will not go into your mind. Call it a precaution, Naruto thought. Now, Naruto said to his two opponents. Are you sure you want to do this? Dobe. Sasuke called before doing the great fireball jutsu again. Wind release, fox twister. Naruto called, whipping a tail in front of him. A twister appeared, absorbing Sasuke's attack. The twister disappeared, taking the flames with it. Naruto then ran for Sasuke. He's fast, Sakura thought as she moved to help her crush. Piercing Fang, Kiba called. Forgot about him, Naruto thought, flipping over Kiba. Guess I should give him something to play with. Shadow Clone Jutsu, Naruto said, creating another copy of himself. Now let's differentiate between ourselves. You got it, boss, the clone said, doing a hand seal. Kit transformation. The clone transformed into the chibi fox from earlier. Let's go. Right, Naruto said, going for Sasuke again. Naruto's clone looked at Kiba and did a hand seal before shooting its tongue towards the Inuzuka. This again? Kiba thought, dodging the attack. Meanwhile, the real Naruto dodged Sasuke before swatting Sakura away with the tail. He mentally groaned as he was using this extra chakra for nothing. Inside of Naruto's mindscape, the legendary beast chuckled menacingly. That Gaki's divided himself, making it easier for my will to take over. Since he's using both transformations that merge our bodies partially, this should be much easier. The fox said as a line of red chakra went for the door with its Yin chakra sealed inside. Soon I will have my revenge. The red eyes of the Kushina statue began to glow, forcing the Kyuubi's chakra to retract away from the door. Curse you, Kushina Uzumaki. It seems as only Naruto can open that door, the fox stated. Mark my words, Uzumaki. I will never fully merge with your son. Do you hear, my Kushina? I will wipe out the Rikudo's descendants one by one, starting with the cursed Uchiha clan. The eyes stopped glowing and Kyuubi could swear he heard the woman's childish laughter from when the two first met years ago. I hate this clan, Kyuubi muttered. Naruto had no clue on what the Baka fox inside of him was shouting about, so he continued to focus on Sasuke and Sakura. Take this, cha! Sakura called, coming in with a kunai. Pathetic, Naruto thought as he twisted Sakura's arm and flipped her onto her back. Naruto felt a strain the chakra from his clone. Trying to restrain the fox while using its power is starting to become a burden. I have to dispel my clone. After dispelling the clone and learning Kiba's fighting style, Naruto smirked. He could feel his chakra returning to him at a fast rate. Now! Sasuke called. Naruto saw Sasuke and Kiba come for him. Using a small boost of chakra, he used his swift release, swift flying god technique, a move inspired by his father and his great uncle Hiriko, and dodged both as his body shimmered out of existence. Where'd he go? Kiba asked. Don't move, Naruto said. Kiba and Sasuke both saw Naruto standing over Sakura, his left clawed hand generation a sphere of white lightning as he pointed the palm towards the pinkette. One move and I blast her into the next life, and then some. Sasuke debated about this for a moment. She was weak. She did get in the way. But she was his teammate. He would be no better than Itachi if he killed her for the sake of his own gains. You jerk. Fight us without using dirty tactics, Kiba ordered. Wait, Sasuke said. We yield. Sure, Sasuke said. Once the lightning was resealed, Sasuke made his move with a barrage of shuriken. Sasuke-kun, Sakura thought as she knew that some of them would hit her. Naruto stood frozen for a split second before removing the glove from his right hand. Iron sand, iron dome, Naruto shouted as a dome of black sand covered Naruto and Sakura. No way, Kiba thought. Sasuke growled. That dobe outsmarted me again. Once the sand went back into the seal on the palm of Naruto's right hand, Naruto glared at Sasuke. What the hell were you thinking? You could have killed her, Naruto shouted angrily. Sasuke did not respond as Naruto's chakra built. He could already tell that this was going to hurt. You want to know why they call me Mikaze no Naruto? Naruto said, his eyes now red and 3 tails of red chakra sprouting from his back. I'll show you. Wind release, Devil Storm Jutsu. The 3 tails whipped in unison, creating a black spiral that shot into the air. Sasuke and Kiba watched the black twister turn in midair before descending on Sasuke. The attack hit the ground, sending debris and dust flying everywhere. Even Kiba, who was just standing near Sasuke, was blown by the power. The tails receded and Naruto stood panting. That move was to be used only in a dire situation, and he could only use it up to 2 times a day, and afterwards, he would not be able to use the swift release. Kakashi now held Sasuke in a tree, saving him from the attack. Naruto, I will discipline my students, Kakashi said, giving the blonde his infamous, yet creepy, eye smiles. Okay? Whatever, Naruto said, turning around. I'm going to take a nap. Don't bother me. Naruto walked off, leaving the team to stand there in a mixture of shock and fear. Sasuke, Kakashi said in a grave tone. Never, ever, pick a fight with him again, understood? Under no circumstance will you fight him unless I am there to make sure that it is a spar. Or what? Sasuke asked. Or he'll kill you, Kakashi answered, gaining a gasp from Sakura. Now that he pictures you as an enemy, he will not hesitate to kill you, even if that means breaking the bones in his body to do so. Kakashi-sensei, Sakura stammered. What was that weird sand? He's traveled around and learned how to seal certain attacks. He wears these seals on his body to fight, such as the lightning sealing method we saw earlier, and the earth sealing method you saw just now, Kakashi said. He's undoubtedly one of the strongest ninja in his age group and could give a low jonin, high chunin a run for his money. Then why don't you take him down and take him in? Sasuke asked. Kakashi eyed Sasuke. Given his heritage, I doubt that when Naruto chooses to fight me one-on-one, I won't stand a chance. This caused all three of Kakashi's students to gape. That plus the Hokage has given us strict orders about how to encounter Naruto. Never go in with the attempt to kill. He will pick up on it and defend himself. Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura murmured. A seal's master, Kiba added. Adobe. Sasuke finished. And I will defeat him. Wait to see. Chapter 2, The Truth About the Fox. The Uzumaki's Kekkei Genkai. Naruto woke up and dispelled the 2 clones used for guarding. So Kakashi has checked on me twice, huh? Oh well. Naruto thought before hopping out of the tree. He raised his hands into the air and several paper seals flew up his sleeves. Time for breakfast. When Jiraiya told him that seals would allow all foods to live up to 10 times their normal rate, he was a little skeptical at the idea. Now, he used it full-heartedly. Naruto looked up to see Tsunami. Kakashi told me to inform you that his team has gone off for some training. They are in the woods by the lake if you want to join them. I'm fine, Naruto said before looking at Tsunami. Say, do you know where an old compound is? Has this swirl on the gates? Tsunami paused to think before shaking her head. Sorry, I can't help you. But I'm sure my dad could, Tsunami said. Is everything okay? Last night, we heard your fight with Kakashi-san's team, Tsunami said. Naruto grinned beneath his mask. Everything is fine. They just caught me off guard, that's all. After finishing his sandwich, Naruto rose to his feet. Now, where is old man Tazuna at anyway? Tazuna wiped the beads of sweat from his forehead before he went back to work on the bridge. He was about to begin hacking away on another stone to shape it perfectly before a voice nearly caused him to have a heart attack. Yo. Ack. Tazuna flinched before eyeing Naruto's half-masked face. Baka. You almost caused me to chip the block. Really? Oh, Naruto said. I'm looking for a compound here. Compound? What would you know about any compound around here? Tazuna asked. Naruto smirked. Trust me. I would know. Now, where is it? It's important for my mission. Tazuna glared at Naruto. I'm not telling you where the last remains of our once lavishing country lies for you to defile it. I thought you were going to say that, Naruto said, rubbing his chin in a thoughtful manner. How about we make a deal? I send in a few shadow clones to help with the bridge if you tell me where the Uzumaki compound is. The name of the clan seemed to cause all of the elder men to stop their work and stare at Naruto. Did I say something wrong? The blonde asked, looking around. What do you know about the Uzumaki clan? Tazuna asked. Well, if I knew something about them, I wouldn't be asking you about where their compound is, now would I? Naruto retorted. But if you must know, I ran into Hiriko Uzumaki a few years back. So that's how I learned of the clan's origins. You have no right. I have all the right. Naruto cut off. Now tell me where it is or I'll turn this island upside down myself and search for it. Tazuna and Naruto glared at one another as some of the men began to close in on Naruto. Using the fox's chakra, Naruto sent a killer intent that told the others that he meant business. Tazuna, not wanting more enemies than he already has, sighed. He reached into his pocket and handed Naruto a map. There. I hope you find what you're looking for, Tazuna said. Thanks, Naruto said before eyeing the map. This way. With that, the blonde dashed off quickly. He'll never find it, one of the men said. Those seals make it completely hidden from everyone. Tazuna sighed. That's what I'm hoping. Sasuke sat on a tree branch and watched Kiba struggle and fail to run up the side of the tree, and Akamaru doing nothing more but barking. Come on, Kiba Baka. We all have to get strong if we're going to take down Naruto, Sakura called from a tree branch beneath Sasuke. I'm trying, Kiba barked back. Give me a break, will ya? Kakashi eyed his teammates before he felt a chakra signature zipping past. What are you up to, Naruto? Kakashi thought. Naruto paused and looked around. No gates. No walls. No houses. Just trees, grass, dust, and a view of the sea. This is where it's supposed to be, Naruto said. I sense an extreme amount of chakra in front of you, the fox stated. I do too, Naruto said before putting his hand on the ground. 5 elements grave seal. Seals that appeared to be chains raced along the ground to invisible locations. Naruto watched the chains wrap around previously unseen seals before the chakra was repressed. A large wall appeared in front of Naruto. Bingo, Naruto said before creating a shadow clone. Stand guard and keep the seal up. Hi, the clone said as the real Naruto hopped over the wall. Naruto looked around the area. There were several statues of different animals. More importantly, they were statues of the Biju. Looks like they weren't stupid, Naruto said walking towards the largest building. They knew what they were dealing with. Naruto could hear a low growl coming from his tenant. Something wrong, Kyuji? No, the nine-tailed fox replied, though Naruto was far from believing him. Naruto opened the door and felt a chilling wind brush past him. He stepped into the building before candles lit up around him. Weird, Naruto said. The fox sat quietly. He had been here before. He knew why the candles lit up. Only one with Uzumaki blood would get the candles to light, they made sure of that. Anyone else would get a rainstorm of kunai and shuriken, followed by the erupting flames from the sealed floor panels. Yes, he had witnessed the destruction of this cursed clan far too many times. Naruto walked towards a large wall inside of the building that had a carving in it. He studied the carving, seeing a picture of a young Madara Uchiha fighting against a young Hashirama Senju. Behind the Senju were several trees, growing like a tidal wave above the Showdown Hokage. Behind the Uchiha stood the nine-tailed fox. Naruto continued to study the carving and saw a woman fighting the Biju. Evidently, this woman sealed the fox within her. He continued looking before he saw a carving of the woman inside of his mind. The one the fox referred to as Kushina. She seemed to have had the fox sealed in her after the first woman. Who are these people, Kyuji? Naruto asked. My former jailers, the fox answered. Not important, so let's get out of here. They were all Uzumaki. Why have you been sealed in only Uzumaki? And what does the Uchiha or the Senju have to do with this? Naruto questioned. Tell me, fox. I can't. I can say that it is more than a coincidence that my second and third jailers were Uzumaki. As for Mito, the woman you see at the top, she was just a strong combatant and caught me at a weak moment. Kyubi explained. Naruto began focusing on the information and what he had heard from both Jiraiya and Hiriko. Flashback. Hiriko looked at the downed 8-year-old Naruto. Your father was a powerful opponent. You remind me a lot like him, Hiriko said. You still lack that Uzumaki spirit, though your mother seemed to have passed something down to you. And flashback. Flashback. Hey Ero-sensei, a 10-year-old Naruto began. If my mom was the Uzumaki, why aren't there many pictures of her? You seem to have a lot of my dad. Jiraiya looked down at his godson and grinned. That's because the Uzumaki clan like to live in secret, Jiraiya said. Don't worry though. Your mother is with you every step of the way so long as you draw a breath. Like the fox in my head? Naruto asked. Jiraiya chuckled. Exactly like the fox in your head. And flashback. She's my mother. The statement nearly caused the Kyubi to flinch. He cursed Jiraiya teaching this boy to investigate. So, this Kushina chick is my mother. That's how I'm an Uzumaki. That's why I was chosen for you, Naruto said before turning around. I wonder what else is in here. I'm serious, kid. Get out of here while you still can, Kyubi growled. Not until I find out everything I can, Naruto replied. About you. About the clan. Hiriko's dark release seals. Nagato's freaking eye thingy. There's got to be secrets in here about it somewhere. You're playing with fire, the fox warned. Your clan was not as humble and nice as you may believe. Sure, they fought for the better of the world, but they were known for sealing me into their clansmen. And I am not a good influence. Ah, you worry too much, Naruto said, opening a door. Naruto immediately ducked several of spears that would have impaled him. The fox sweat dropped. Okay, so maybe you do have a point. Naruto stuck his hand into the room to ensure his safety before stepping inside. He looked around to see dust and ash everywhere. No way am I going to be able to look at this entire place by myself, Naruto said, ungloving his right hand. Sand clone jutsu. The black sand poured out of his palm and shaped into a perfect clone of Naruto. The two split as the real Naruto headed directly for the dresser. Dark chakra is in there, the Kyubi informed. Yeah, I feel it too, Naruto said, opening a drawer. There was a small book covered in cobwebs and dust. Naruto blew the dust off of the book and opened it. Just some boring book about the Tsuchigumo clan. Baka! The Tsuchigumo clan is one of the last remaining clans built on Fuinjutsu, the nine-tailed fox chastised. You should find where they are if you want to know more about your worthless clan. Seeing that they're probably an enemy, I guess I should. Naruto said, pocketing the book. I wonder what else is here. Thought that pervy sage said that they were a secretive clan. Surely there's a secret passage around here some. Boss. The sand clone said as a flight of stairs appeared in front of it, descending into a basement-like area. Well, that was convenient. Naruto said, walking to the steps. Well, here goes nothing. Naruto and his clone began to descend into the dark and dusty area. Alright, Fox, since you've clearly been here, Naruto said. Where the heck are we? Wish I could tell you. I honestly don't know. Neither Kushina nor Mito were allowed down here. Kyubi said. If Mito was here, then it was before I was sealed inside of her. I see. Naruto said before candles along the walls lit up. Okay. That's creepy. Negative energy, the fox said. On it. Naruto said, walking towards where the chakra was coming from. Naruto's sand clone followed him, though both were thoroughly spooked. I wonder what Kakashi is doing, Naruto thought. So, you're saying he left for the Uzumaki compound? Kakashi asked Tazuna. Yeah. And he was real passionate about finding it, Tazuna said. Even if he finds the location, he'll never find it. They've hidden it from all outsiders. Do you know exactly where? Kakashi asked. Tazuna pointed. Good. Watch after my students. Before Tazuna could say anything, the copy meme vanished in a swirl of leaves. Tazuna grunted. No respect. Naruto had found several of old scrolls containing bits and pieces of information, but none of what he wanted to find. There were several instructional scrolls about how one could seal fire or water or even chakra reserves. But none of that intrigued the young Uzumaki. He was on a mission, get strong or die. I don't see anything on that creepy eye thingy, Naruto said. Or anything about the dark sealing method. Maybe he created it, Naruto's sand clone suggested. Yeah, but there has to be some basics to it, Naruto said. Kind of like using the earth sealing method for the Sandaime Kazekage's signature iron sand. Right, the clone said. A wave of killer intent washed through the area. What was that? I don't know, Naruto said before a figure came through the wall like a ghost. What the hell is that thing? Why is its eyes wrapped? How can it see? The clone asked. The creature held its hands towards the two blondes, revealing eyes in its palms. That's disgusting. That's a Teinomi, the fox explained. It seems that whoever summoned it left it here to guard something. So if I want answers, I have to get through that thing? Naruto asked. Great. I knew this was going to be tough. Alright, boss, so what do we do? The sand clone asked before looking around to see Naruto running for the steps. You baka! Naruto was close to the steps before they simply vanished. What's going on? Naruto asked. Someone or something dispelled your clone. Your seal is weakening and the clan's defense seals are taking effect, the Kyubi said. I told you to leave while you could. Yeah? Naruto said as he turned to see the demon and his clone coming for him. He removed his glove from his left hand. Good thing I charged up last night. Naruto held his palm in front of him. Lightning sealing method, Byakurai. The blast shot through the sand clone and landed on the Teinomi. After the sand clone reformed beside Naruto, Naruto ended the attack. See? That wasn't so tough, Naruto said before the Teinomi regenerated in front of him. Or I could be wrong. The eyes on the hand of the demon began to give off a powerful chakra before blasting it towards Naruto and his clone. The two dodged it before scurrying down a corridor. How do we beat that thing? Naruto's sand clone asked. I don't know. It just keeps regenerating, Naruto called before hopping over the beam. And it's gaining on us. Stop, the Kyubi ordered. I sense the origin. That way. Naruto followed the fox's directions before they came to a closed door with a large glowing seal on it. Better get rid of this, Naruto said. Wait. There's a dark consumption seal somewhere, the Biju said. The only way to defeat this is to destroy it physically without using chakra. I got this, Naruto's sand clone said before punching the door, becoming a pile of black sand. Naruto's sweat dropped. I guess it forgot that my chakra is what keeps its shape. Naruto resealed the sand into his hand and replaced his glove. Oh well. I guess this is it. The Teinomi slowly took aim at Naruto. Naruto watched with a waiting eye, preparing to dodge any way possible. He was not out of tricks yet. The demon launched an attack towards Naruto before Naruto's body shimmered away. The seal on the door absorbed the attack before blasting it back towards the being. Naruto reappeared in the spot he was previously in, seeing that the foe was no more. Alright, Naruto said before turning to the door. A 5 elements grave seal will only open the door, but it'll suck my chakra dry. So I'll have to go in there using no chakra at all. Straight man power. Don't break a nail, the fox joked. Naruto punched the door. His fist stayed on the door before he quivered and removed his hand. Ow, Naruto said, holding his sore left hand. Stupid door. I got something for that. Naruto removed his glove, disregarding the fox's rants. Lightning sealing method, Byakurai. Naruto's palm met the seal before being thrown backwards. Naruto slid on his back before rolling onto his feet, ignoring the burning sensation from his hand. The door opened. What? Naruto said to himself. Baka. Did you check to see if that was a blood seal? Kyuubi asked. Naruto rubbed the back of his head. I guess I forgot, heh. The fox went on to ramble about stereotypes of blondes, and how it could be true if one based it on the great Makaze no Naruto. Naruto walked into the room before the door shut and locked. Freaky door. Freaky room. Freaky compound. Freaky clan. Naruto shouted before looking around. Whoa, the library? Calm down, Kit. They all look the same, the fox said. Maybe instead of doing research for your perverted sensei, you should actually pick up a book. Says the fox that has a photogenic memory, and uses those images for Kami knows what. Naruto replied, looking around. Shadow clone jutsu. Naruto created 3 clones. Alright, time to see what we can find. Hi. The 3 clones said, going through the scrolls on the shelves. What do you expect on finding? Kyuubi questioned. Anything that will help me take on Hiriko, Naruto said. And then, it might not be bad to find a way to survive without Ero Sennin. Oh, and a way to stop you once you finally find a way to override the seal. You're smarter than I take you for, the fox responded. Yeah, and you're stronger than many people take you for, Naruto said. I can't take any chances. Kakashi looked around the clearing. There's definitely a chakra signal coming from this area, but nothing. Kakashi thought before sighing. And I really wanted to rest. Kakashi revealed his Sharingan, the compound coming to life as soon as he did. Did that just respond to my Sharingan? Kakashi asked himself. Inside, Naruto saw several of seals appear along the walls. What's going on? Naruto asked. My guess is that someone has triggered an alarm of some sort, the nine-tailed answered. It might be best if you left. Now. I can take care of a few bandits. It's in my job description, remember? Naruto said. Now, let's continue our search. Zabuza hissed in pain. Though Haku's demonic ice mirror rose in time to shield him, but the attack was still powerful enough to blast through and nip his arm. I am sorry, Zabuza-san. I was unprepared for his attack, Haku said. It's not your fault. I should have known that he would use that to save Kakashi, Zabuza said. I should have finished him off while I had the chance. Do you want me to take him out? Haku asked. If you can, Zabuza said. He held that swift release longer this time. He's faster and unquestionably stronger. If he catches you, it will surely be the end. I will keep my distance, Zabuza-san. You don't have to worry about me, Haku said. Zabuza looked at Haku. You are going to kill someone, even if that meant going against your own wishes? Naruto will not stop until you're dead. I will make sure that you are safe, Haku stated. Do so, Zabuza said. And leave Kakashi to me. I will kill him myself. Hi, Haku said with a bow. Zabuza grunted in pain again as he checked his arm again. Was it just sheer coincidence that Naruto hit his right arm, or was it planned? The blonde did seem to be fighting a lot more disciplined since their last meeting. Zabuza smirked. Maybe this would be fun after all. Kakashi looked around the room before stepping inside. He eyed the floor, seeing hundreds of seals scattered about. Creating a shadow clone, Kakashi ordered the clone to walk across the floor. At first, everything looked okay, but before long, hundreds of kunai fired from the ceiling. The clone went to dodge before flames shot from the floor, effectively dispelling the clone. That looked painful, Kakashi thought. After the attack stopped, Kakashi realized that he would not be able to go inside the building, at least not through this entrance. He backed away and began searching for another way inside. One way or another, Naruto got inside and will not let his sensei's son die on his watch. Nuke or not. Naruto read the scrolls that were there with his clones. Once he had a sufficient amount of knowledge, he dispelled his clones, one at a time to avoid a massive knowledge rush. Those were painful. Now, to get out of here, Naruto said before going to the door. He paused. Blood seal. Naruto bit his thumb and placed it on the door unlocked. Ha! Naruto opened the door to see 3 Teinomi in front of him. Not good. Kakashi had no clue on what was going on, but he heard shouts, screams actually, and explosions coming from beneath him. Naruto, Kakashi said, doing hand seals before biting his thumb. Summoning jutsu. In a puff of smoke, Pakken stood in front of Kakashi. Pakken, I need you to find Naruto. Naruto? The pug asked. Sensei's son. Kakashi said, revealing a cloth with Naruto's sweat on it from the previous day. Here's his scent. Find him. The dog sniffed it before walking around. He soon stopped. Right down here, Pakken said. Kakashi nodded. Thanks. Now here comes the hard part. Naruto flipped over another one of the demons and continued running. Why are they after me? Naruto shouted. It's not you who they're after. It's me, Kyuubi replied. They can sense me inside of you. Well, do something, Naruto called. I can't. Your forsaken seal stops me from ripping them and you to shreds, the fox barked. Naruto groaned. Stupid fox baka. I heard that, Kyuubi roared. Okay, running isn't going to do me justice, and I can't use the grave seal because I'm nowhere near where the original source of chakra is, Naruto said before sliding around a corner. He soon stopped once he saw 10 more of the cursed demons. Oh, give me a break. Naruto prepared himself for a swift release, knowing that it would seriously tire him out, until he heard something that sounded like cracking earth. What is that? Naruto thought before a light poked through the ceiling. Oh, come on. Not another one. Raikiri. Naruto saw the lightning-based technique blast through the demons. The Teinomi turned towards Kakashi before disappearing in a puff of smoke. What was that about? Naruto asked before Kakashi looked at him. Are you alright? Kakashi asked. Naruto nodded. Fine. How'd you find me? The compound should have been invisible. Kakashi grinned beneath his mask. The Sharingan. Naruto frowned in thought. Flashback. Naruto and his clones went through the library and its scrolls. Say, Kyuji, Naruto said. Why is it that the Uchiha don't seem to be in any of these scrolls? Did they hate the Uzumaki clan or something? Seeing that the Uzumaki were cousins of the Senju, they would have to be relatives of the Uchiha as well, the Kyuubi replied. Someone must have gotten here after the destruction of Yuzu no Kuni and took them. Possibly the same person who activated those Teinomi. So how would they get in here? They would need blood of an Uzumaki, right? Naruto asked. I don't have all the answers. Find out for yourself, the fox said. Naruto's eyes squinted as he thought. An Uchiha or Tsuchigumo could have gotten into here and placed seals everywhere. But like the blood seal to reach the library, that would mean only an Uchiha or Tsuchigumo could stop those demons. I need Erosenin, Naruto muttered. End flashback. So are you ready to get out of here? Kakashi asked. Hi, Naruto said before peering up through the hole. Let's go. Sakura and Kiba collapsed on the ground after helping the bridge builders for the majority of the day. Akamaru lied next to Kiba, just as tired as he was. Sasuke, on the other hand, stood over his two teammates, glaring at them. It was not that tough, Sasuke said. Up yours, Uchiha, Kiba retorted. You guys look wiped, Naruto said, causing the three to jump in surprise again. Yo. Damn it, Sakura said before landing a punch on the blonde. Stop doing that. Kakashi watched Naruto land in a very odd fashion before turning back to his students. So how was your day? Kakashi asked. He can't be serious, Kiba thought. Our day was horrible, Sakura shrieked. After doing your training for nearly 5 hours straight, we get put to help a bunch of old guys build a bridge. My back hurts and I'm nearly out of chakra. You know, Sakura-chan, Naruto said as he stood up. You should be happy to get that kind of training. It'll show the next time you're in a bout. Sakura crossed her arms. I don't see you helping? Of course. I carry this, Naruto said, sitting his scroll down in front of him. We could always change. You carry the scroll all day and I'll carry some blocks. I'm sure that'll be good. Where have you been? Kiba asked his sensei accusingly. Kakashi was silent for a moment. Naruto and I found a little girl's kite stuck in a tree and we got it out for her. It took both of you to get it? Sakura asked, her left eye twitching annoying. Who does he think he's fooling, Shinaro? Inner Sakura yelled. Actually, Naruto said, gaining Team 7's attention. We went to find a mythical compound that stays hidden unless one can disrupt the chakra flow from the building, got attacked by legendary demons, and escaped through an underground cavern. Team 7 were all silent, trying to process that before Sakura spoke up. You must think we're idiots. But... No, Naruto, Kakashi said, interrupting the blonde. We should tell the truth. We were simply sparring with one another. Giving our high chakra levels and dangerous attacks, we went somewhere away from everyone else to avoid hitting a civilian. Oh, Kiba and Sakura said in unison. Sasuke, on the other hand, sat quietly. He sparred seriously with the doe? There must be more to this Naruto Uzumaki than he's telling us, Sasuke thought. How about we get something to eat? Naruto asked. My treat. Well, since you insist, Kiba said, jumping to his feet. Let's go, Akamaru. Yip. The dog barked in compliance. It has been a long day, Sakura said, following into step behind her hyper teammate at the mysterious blonde. Coming, Sasuke? Kakashi asked. Sasuke replied before following his sensei. QG, Naruto thought. You know more about the Rinnegan, don't you? What gives you that idea? The fox attempted to stall. I know you do. It only makes sense, Naruto replied. So, tell me this, how does one obtain it since the scroll only told me what it did? Now that is something that I can't tell you, the Kyuubi told his jailer. The original Rinnegan and the ones afterwards were made differently. One was the first Dojutsu. The others were Kekkai Genkai. Naruto nodded as he continued to walk on. The next time he saw Jiraiya, they would have to think about this. One way or another, he would find his answers. His life depended on it. Chapter 3, Tools of War. Gato Strikes Back. Naruto sat meditating in the backyard of Tazuna's house. He was secretly calming himself down after a long talk with Tsunami. Naruto did not mean to call Inari a spineless brat, but it was the first words he could think of that summarized the boy. And dinner was ruined because of that, and Naruto was forced to talk to the boy. Earlier this morning, Tsunami had scolded Naruto more for his actions, and now here he was, keeping himself calm, keeping the fox locked in. Naruto groaned. She interrupted his sleep, and now she's interrupting his meditation. I hate to bother you, but could you run to the market for me? We're low on milk. Thank you, Tsunami replied before Naruto began walking off. Stupid loser and his stupid lazy status, Kiba muttered. If he's so great, why does he get to stay back and just sit like a rock? It's not like you could do anything about it, Sakura replied, gaining a growl from her teammate. She's right, Sasuke said. If what Kakashi said is anywhere near accurate, then he has some hidden power. Probably just some bloodline that he unlocked earlier than normal. Yeah, right. I've never heard of an Uzumaki clan, Kiba said. Probably just some made-up alibi to hide who he really is. Probably, Sasuke said. But until we know for sure, just keep a distance from him. I don't like him. He's a rogue and Kakashi thinks that he is capable of befriending someone. Me neither. He thinks he's so much better than everyone else, Sakura said. Kiba paused. Hey Akamaru, do you smell that? Akamaru barked. Yeah. It's definitely him. Who? Sakura asked. Zabuza, Kiba growled. Naruto walked down the street, whistling a tune, as he carried the milk with him. Gama-chan had gotten a generous refill from some jerk who was picking on a few kids. Naruto chuckled. A few more donations and I'll be set for another few months. You're no better than he was, the fox remarked. Yeah, Naruto replied. At least I fought someone bigger than me to take their money. Not necessarily stronger than me, but clearly bigger than me. Kit, I'm sensing some negative emotions. Evil intentions. Your friends are in trouble, Kyuubi announced. I feel it too. Damn it. I just got this milk, Naruto shouted before running towards the source of the problem. Naruto hopped into a tree branch and began traveling branch by branch, hopping from tree to tree. He narrowed his eyes to see if he could spot the source. Fortunately, and unfortunately, he did. Please leave him alone, Tsunami cried before one of the three men kicked a beaten Inari again. Stop. I'll do anything, please stop. Heh, anything, huh? The man holding onto the back of her hair said with a smirk. Well, since it has been a long time since any of us has been with a lady, how about being our bitch for a few, I don't know, months? Long enough for Gato-sama to kill the rest of the rebels here and rid the world of you scum. As long as Inari gets. Byakurai! The powerful white blast shot through one of the man's stomachs, leaving a large hold. The man fell onto the ground, a pool of blood surrounding him instantaneously. What the hell was that? The largest of the three asked. That was me, Naruto said, now standing a few yards away from the remaining two. What do you think you're doing? Hey, it's another one of those brats, the man holding Tsunami said. Igor, take him out. With pleasure, the large man said, walking up towards Naruto. Naruto's eyes shot towards Igor as Igor froze. Wait a second, blonde hair? Blue eyes? You don't think that this is that brat, do you? Igor asked, looking to his ringleader behind him. I don't care if he was the brat of Kami. Take him out, the man replied. Igor shrugged and went to strike for Naruto, who shimmered away. It is, Igor shouted. It's Makaze no Naruto. Shit, the second man said, revealing a kunai. Sorry babe, I'll have fun with your body later. Mom! Inari shouted as the man swung the kunai for Tsunami, who sat frozen. Inari closed his eyes, waiting for the sound of tearing flesh. It never came. In fact, there was the sound of a grunting man and his hyperventilating mother. Inari opened one eye to see black sand around the man's entire body. Iron sand, iron Kasalti prison! Naruto shouted as the sand crushed the man. The sand retreated into seal, leaving the dead man lying beside Tsunami. Naruto glared at Igor. This is the part where you run to tell Gato that I'm coming for him. Igor turned around, only to be facing 10 blondes. I lied. Inari could only watch as the blonde brutally beat the last man, finishing the fight with a quick slash across the large man's throat. As the blood splashed against Naruto's shirt, Inari could only think about what Naruto said to him the previous night. Flashback. You're foolish if you think you can defeat Gato, Inari called as he pointed directly to Naruto. You'll just die like everyone else. You stupid spineless brat, Naruto shouted as he punched Inari in the gut. If you'd stop being so afraid and stand up once in a while, maybe you can actually protect those you care about instead of watching them die. Kakashi quickly restrained Naruto as Tsunami checked on her son. Why'd you do that? Sakura yelled. You wouldn't understand, Naruto said as Kakashi released him. I was like you, Inari. Scared. Running away from everyone. Always hiding. I damn sure didn't gain the respect I have by staying that way. Grow up. Naru was all Tsunami could say before the boy stormed outside. She huffed before following him. Inari rubbed his cheek, tears falling from his face. He's right about one thing, Kakashi told Inari. He was a lot like you once upon a time. End flashback. I'll get strong, just like you, Inari thought as he stood up. Inari wiped his bloodied lip and grabbed his crossbow. Inari, what are you doing? Tsunami asked her son. Mom, I have to fight back, Inari said. I have to avenge Kaiza and save you and Grandpa. I have to. Naruto walked to Inari. No. Leave him to me. You'll just be killed. Inari grunted and surprised Naruto with a punch in the gut. This caused Tsunami's eyes to widen in fear. Her son was a dead man. I can't run away anymore. I have to fight. And as long as I fight to protect my family, I will be strong like you and Kaiza, Inari said. Naruto chuckled before ruffling Inari's hair. That's right, kid. Now, if you can round up some more villagers, I will see you at the bridge, Naruto said. Inari saluted Naruto. Right. Inari ran off. Naruto, please don't make him do this. Please stop him, Tsunami said. Naruto looked at the woman. I can't. He's starting his journey of becoming a shinobi. Naruto smiled. But I won't let anything happen to him. That's a promise of a lifetime. Thank you, Tsunami said, bowing towards Naruto. No problem, Naruto said. Oh, by the way, Naruto sat his scroll down and opened it. He hummed in thought before unsealing the milk he had recently purchased. He held it out to Tsunami. Here's your milk. Tsunami smiled. Thank you? I can hardly see in this stuff, Kakashi thought. And I can hardly sense Kiba and Sasuke. I told them to stay put. You're getting worried, Kakashi. Zabuza's echoed throughout the mist. I can practically smell the fear coming off of you. Really? I didn't know what fear smells like. Is it appealing? Kakashi replied. I'm actually keen to daffodils. Stop mocking me, Zabuza shouted as he swung his blade for Kakashi. Kakashi caught this and dodged, though his arm was cut in the process. You're getting slow. Kakashi dodged the blade again and landed a punch onto Zabuza, only for Zabuza to splash into a puddle of water. Water clone, Kakashi said to himself. If he's not here, then where is he? Sakura stood in front of Tazuna, shaking a bit. Kiba and Sasuke had both left to fight Haku. That left her to protect the old bridge builder by herself. Please be okay, Sasuke-kun, Sakura thought. I got you, Zabuza shouted. Damn, Kakashi thought. Shit, Tazuna thought. Oh no, Sakura thought. Blood splattered onto the ground. Sakura stood frozen, clutching the kunai that would have done nothing in her hand, staring at the blood. Next time, Naruto said, staring at Sakura. I suggest you move. And then Naruto. Sakura stammered. Sakura saw the blade buried into Naruto's back. Naruto! Hey, trust me, this isn't the worst I've felt, Naruto said. Kakashi came for Zabuza, who quickly withdrew his blade and disappeared into the mist. Kakashi took chase, giving the son of his sensei a worrying look as he did. Naruto, you need help, Sakura said. Baka, what do you think you were doing? Where is Sasuke? Naruto asked. They're with Haku, but. Where? Naruto asked in a more firm voice. Sakura pointed to the dome of mirrors she had spotted. Stay put. Naruto turned around, revealing that the cut was healing and his scroll was somehow still intact. Naruto jumped off, heading for the ice mirrors. I'm coming for you first, Haku. We can finish this once and for all, Naruto thought. Gato sat in his office, looking at the Ryo on his desk. Then a frightened man ran in. Gato-sama, the man said. Because no Naruto has been spotted fighting Zabuza Momochi. Gato smirked. Good. That takes care of both of them without me doing anything. The Makaz and the copy Nin are working together, the man said. Gato rose from his seat. Gather some men. We're going down there to make another example of heroes in this village. Hi, the man said before leaving. Kiba and Sasuke stood back to back while Akamaru lied beside Kiba, several of needles sticking out of the pup. This feels like the worst acupuncture ever, Kiba said. I'm ready, Kiba said. There, Sasuke said, pointing. Piercing Fang. Haku dodged Kiba easily and threw a barrage of thin needles at Sasuke. Sasuke was able to dodge some, but the rest stabbed him. Kiba turned with his attack, coming for the back of Haku. Haku quickly reformed into a mirror, causing Kiba to bounce off and land on his back. Kiba looked up to see several of needles coming for him. This stinks, Kiba muttered before Sasuke covered Kiba. Uchiha? What are you doing? I don't know, I just did, Sasuke said before falling over. Make sure you kick his ass for me. What? No way, man. Get up, Kiba shouted. Kiba, Sasuke called as more needles came for Kiba. Iron Sand, Iron Dome. The black sand covered Sasuke and Kiba. He found his way in, Haku thought. Now the real fight begins. Kiba looked at Naruto. You! Why couldn't you come earlier? Kiba shouted, though Naruto stayed focused on the mirrors. Hey, I'm talking to you. Come on, Haku, we both know that you're not going to kill them, Naruto said. Why not just let them leave? They are here to stop Zabuza-san's job. I must stop them, Haku replied from his mirror. I see that you have recently learned a new move, the Byakurai. If you think it's strong enough to shatter my mirrors, then you're wrong. Let them go and we'll see, Naruto said, removing his scroll. What do you say? No, Haku called, coming for Naruto. Naruto dodged Haku and Haku fused with another mirror. I see that you're already tired. This will make my job easier, Naruto-kun. You wish, Naruto said while smirking. I picked something up while reading one of Ero-sennin's books. Something that makes a great defense. What is it? Haku asked. Naruto's gloves began deteriorating into thousands of pieces of paper. The slips of paper began to stick to the mirrors. What is this? Haku thought. I don't need to find you to blow you sky high, Naruto said. By the way, this will hurt. Kiba's eyes widened as he saw the paper slips ignite. The area was surrounded by smoke. When the smoke cleared, Haku's mirrors still stood. You don't think that you were the only one who's trained, did you? Haku shouted, coming for Naruto. Haku was able to slash Naruto's arm, aiming for the earth-sealing method on Naruto's now bare right hand. Naruto held his hands up and, much to the surprise of Kiba, the paper slips returned, reforming his gloves. Byakurai is a one-shot move at this moment, Naruto thought. And the Devil Storm Jutsu will most likely miss him if he's still able to move around. I need to injure him like Ero-sennin did. Naruto sat down in the center of the area. What is he doing? Kiba thought before looking down at Sasuke. Uchiha, I swear that I'll get even with that cross-dresser. Haku began circling Naruto as Naruto simply meditated, secretly doing hand seals. Naruto's cheeks puffed slightly as the boy sat quietly. What are you doing? He's going to kill you sitting like that, Kiba shouted. Naruto ignored Kiba. He then opened one eye to see Sasuke's motionless body and then Akamaru's. Naruto smirked. Same old Haku, Naruto muttered before Haku came for him. Now! Naruto's tongue shot out towards Haku at lightning speeds. Haku saw this and quickly changed directions, only for his left leg to be caught and wrapped by Naruto's tongue. Here's my chance, Kiba thought as he took a soldier pill. Yeah, this will do. Piercing Fang, Kiba shouted, twisting his body towards Haku. Naruto's eyes widened before he quickly retracted his tongue in time for Haku and only Haku to be hit by the wild Inuzuka's attack. Naruto quickly stood up and ran towards the mirror Kiba was currently drilling Haku into. Lightning sealing method, Byakurai, Naruto shouted. Kiba jumped into the air, leaving Naruto to aim freely at Haku. The two glanced at one another for what they knew could be the last time. Naruto groaned. Tomorrow's my 12th birthday and we're spending it sneaking around Kiri. This is boring. Be lucky you get to see it, the nine-tailed fox shot back. If it were up to me, you'd die where you stand right now. Naruto ignored the fox as he walked around the streets. Many people stopped and stared him, his status of being the Mikaze having risen in the last few months. He never really thought that playing pranks and defeating bandits was such a big thing. He was wrong. Mikaze no Naruto, a voice said, causing the blonde to freeze in his step. My master wishes to speak to you. Master? That's okay. Naruto said, his hands now folded behind his head. Tell him that he can have an autograph later. My master does not want an autograph. He wants you to work for him. Become his fighting tools so that you may have a reason to live. Haku said. Naruto eyed the boy. Thanks to Jiraiya's special training, Naruto could easily tell male from female, no matter what they looked like. That's stupid. Naruto said. Why would I only live to fight for some guy who should probably get off of his fat ass and do it himself? Tell him that if he wants to speak to me, come find me face to face. As Naruto walked off, he seriously overlooked two things. 1. Haku was boiling red with anger. 2. He never knew that Zabuza was Haku's master. These two things would set the tone for the fight that ensued exactly 10 minutes from now. End flashback. Take this. Naruto shouted, punching Haku with extreme force instead of using the lightning-based move. The mirror behind Haku shattered and the boy rolled on the ground. The other mirrors began to shatter, one by one until Kiba stood, cradling his injured dog. Haku stood up, his mask falling from his face. Partially. Naruto said, doing a hand seal. The other reason is because I don't want to be reminding of the beast inside of me. But yours is a good reason too. Haku's eyes narrowed. Ninja art, beast mimicry transformation, one tail. Kiba watched Naruto transform in his feral state like the first night where they fought. Although, he now had one red foxtail behind him instead of two. Weird. Kiba thought. Come on, Haku. You and I both know that there's still more fight in you. Naruto said. Haku revealed several needles. If you wish. Kiba watched the two run at one another at high speeds. Naruto threw a punch for Haku, but the ice user dodged it, tossing the Senbon needles at Naruto. Naruto's tail swatted the needles away before he pursued Haku, running on all fours. Is this guy some kind of half-fox or something? Kiba thought. Naruto went for feral swipes at Haku, who began flipping backwards to dodge them. When there was enough space between them, Haku stomped on the ground. Thousands of needles made from the water of the melting ice mirrors behind Naruto launched for the half-fox. Naruto raised his right hand, the iron sand appearing in front of him in the form of a wall and blocking the needles. This gave Haku a perfect chance to attack, and he did. Naruto turned his face in time for Haku's foot to meet his cheekbone. Naruto rolled on the ground before sliding on all fours. Haku came at Naruto again. Naruto began to dodge Haku's combinations, a feat Kiba only saw Sasuke doing after his teammate activated the Sharingan. Naruto ducked under Haku's foot and went for a leg sweep. The ice user leaped into the air, only for Naruto to spit his tongue towards Haku. After wrapping his opponent by the waist, Naruto flung Haku towards the ground and then retracted his tongue. Haku stood up in time to see Naruto running towards him. The water beneath Haku's feet became ice, and with a simply push, Haku dodged Naruto at twice the speeds he was formerly running. Crap! Naruto thought before Haku's needles landed in his back. Kit! I can't continue to heal you like this. You're going to have to block or dodge, the fox berated. This evens out our speed for the moment, Haku said to Naruto. Only for a moment, Naruto said before his body flickered out of existence. Swift release, Haku thought before Naruto appeared behind him. But he's still tired. Haku was able to skate away from Naruto, Naruto disappearing and going into pursuit for the smaller boy. This is amazing, Kiba said as the only visible thing was Haku skating on ice at high speeds, dodging blurs of black and red. Bako or not, that Naruto kid can put up a good fight. He refuses to use Byakurai or the Devil Storm Jutsu. He must be saving that for Zabuza-san. Haku thought as he continued to dodge Naruto. If I can tire him out, he'll only be able to use Byakurai. Swift release, Phantom Barrage. Naruto's voice rang. Haku sensed Naruto's charge and began to dodge before a force knocked him into the air. No way, Haku thought. Kiba watched as Haku's body began to jerk and bounce from place to place in the air, confused on how Naruto was doing it. Then the boy in question appeared directly behind Haku, upside down. Naruto flipped once, throwing Haku onto the back of his head, neck, and upper back on the ground. Naruto stood over Haku's body, his red eyes staring into the brown eyes of his opponent. I can't hate you for your loyalty, Haku, Naruto stated. And I do agree with you to a degree. When someone is protecting another, they become extremely powerful. But... kill me, Haku said. Naruto stiffened. I won't. Your will to live trumps mine. If I cannot defend Zabuza-san from those who are stronger than you, then I have no reason to live, Haku said. Come on, Naruto-kun. Kill me. There's no reason to kill you, Naruto said, turning around. Who knows? Someday in the future, we might actually be friends. You're going to kill Zabuza-san, aren't you? Haku asked, catching Naruto before he leapt off. I never go back on my word, Naruto simply said before leaping off towards Kakashi and Zabuza's battle. Haku closed his eyes. Flashback. You lived to serve Jiraiya-san, right? Haku asked as a beaten Naruto got back on his feet. I lived to serve no one, Naruto replied. I'm going to be the strongest shinobi that ever lived and no one will look down on me again. I won't stop until I reach my goal. Haku's right eyebrow rose. But to do that, you will have to kill other great shinobi like myself, Zabuza-san, and Jiraiya-san. Not kill, defeat, Naruto said. But if anyone attempts to kill me, Naruto's eyes became red. I will have no trouble killing them, believe it. End flashback. I can't let Zabuza-san die, Haku thought. Kakashi rolled out of the way of the blade again. This has to end soon, Kakashi said to himself. I don't know how much longer Kiba and Sasuke can last. You should worry about yourself, Zabuza called. Kakashi eyed Zabuza before both men were thoroughly stunned. That brat, Zabuza shouted as his legs were wrapped by Naruto's tongue. Zabuza clutched the decapitating carvine knife. I'll cut your tongue off if I have to. Raikiri, Kakashi shouted. Zabuza froze as he saw Kakashi's arm coming for his chest. To the average person, Kakashi was traveling at high speeds, and that still remained true for a shinobi. However, Zabuza could see Kakashi moving in a slower pace with extreme accuracy. This slow pace did not mean that Zabuza could have dodged it, no, it was just the trained eyes of a ninja. Then he caught something he never saw coming. Naruto's eyes flinched as the metallic taste of blood splat on his tongue. Damn it! I forgot that seal again, Naruto thought before he saw Haku standing in front of Zabuza, Kakashi's hand poking out of his back. Naruto retracted his tongue, spitting out the blood as the other three combatants stood frozen. Haku, Zabuza said. Sorry Naruto, looks like there's a change in your plans, Haku said. Haku, Naruto thought. Thanks, Zabuza said before swinging his blade for Kakashi. Loser! Zabuza's body jerked harshly as Naruto's fist connected with his face. Zabuza rolled on the ground as the boy now stood with three tails around him. Wind release, Fox Twister. Kakashi witnessed the strong attack land on Zabuza, the swordsman's body being beaten and cut by the wind before being thrown to the ground. Kakashi looked down at Haku and closed his eyes. Naruto must relate to him, Kakashi thought. Zabuza lifted his head, only to hear the crunch of his arm. Zabuza shouted in pain as he turned to see black sand around it. He lived to serve you. To one day gain your respect, Naruto said as he stood in front of Zabuza. And you just used him. You're a coward. Zabuza laughed. Your words mean nothing to me. But if you must know the truth, I saw hope in Haku. Liar, Naruto said as he applied more pressure with his sand. I have no reason to lie, Zabuza said. Haku understood what he was doing, and he did it willingly. I would have never forced him to kill if he did not want to. Naruto's left hand began releasing lightning from the seal. Go ahead and kill me. Whether you believe it or not, I put faith in Haku. You lying coward! Naruto shouted, ready for the final blow. Bravo! Naruto stopped and turned to see a group of men surrounding Gato. What a heartwarming ending. Gato, Zabuza muttered. Well, if it isn't three famed ninja in one place. Copy Nin Kakashi, the demon of the hidden Miss Zabuza Momchi, and the Mikaz himself, Gato said. Sadly, this will be our last meeting ever. Men, take them out. Zabuza struggled to his feet before Naruto handed Zabuza his sword. If you meant what you said, Naruto said, then do Haku's final will. Destroy the man that has been using you this entire time. Despite having to use his left hand, Zabuza grabbed the sword. Gladly, Zabuza said. Zabuza ran directly for Gato, leaving Kakashi and Naruto to watch. The men around Gato began throwing kunai and shuriken at Zabuza. Zabuza made no attempt to block them, as he continued for Gato, his speed decreasing. Soon, Zabuza was on wobbling legs as he held his sword into the air. Like I said, no one orders me around, Zabuza said, falling. Haku, I've failed. Zabuza fell, face first in front of Gato, his sword leaving a small cut on the man. That was pathetic, Gato said. Men, take the rest of them out. Hi! The men shouted. A wave of killer intent washed over everyone as they turned to Naruto. It's about time, Kit, let me have some fun, Naruto said in a deeper, demonic voice. What was that? Sakura thought. His power, it's frightening. Tazuna thought. Now I may have my way with you meatbags until he feels that the job is done, Naruto said before smirking, revealing his lengthened canines. Naruto held a hand seal. Shadow Clone Jutsu. In a puff of smoke, there were hundreds of the demonic-looking boy glaring at Gato and his men. Amazing, Kakashi thought. You made a dear mistake, mortal, Naruto said. You have sealed your fate. The clones quickly dashed for the men as they scattered about the bridge. Kakashi could only watch as the real Naruto stand, smirking heavily. Kakashi could only watch the nine-tailed fox take over his sensei's son, knowing that there was nothing he could do. And this is where I beat you, Naruto shouted, his voice back to normal as he did hand seals. Wind release, Devil Storm Jutsu. The black tornado launched into the air before coming towards Gato. And no, I won't die by a brat like you, Gato shouted before the strong wind attack dispelled the clones and sent bodies flying everywhere. Whoa! Sakura thought as she shielded her eyes from debris. When the attack stopped, Gato's body was scattered everywhere, a small crater where he once was. Kakashi turned to see Naruto wobbling. Haku Zabuza live free. With those final thoughts, Naruto collapsed on the ground. That brat killed Gato-sama, one of the men said. Naruto opened his eyes to see that he was back in Tazuna's house. He turned over to see Sasuke lying on the floor beside him. He did not have to think hard to know that Sasuke's death-like state was the work of Haku. You were a real good guy and a strong shinobi, Naruto thought. Sitting up, Naruto spotted his scroll rolled up by the doorway. He slipped it on and then left the room. So you're up? Kakashi said with a grin. The bridge is nearly completed. That's good, Naruto said. And Haku and Zabuza? Buried, Kakashi answered. Naruto nodded before going towards the door. You're leaving? I thought you were going to come back to Konoha for a while. I can't. I have something else to do, Naruto replied. But tell Ji-san that I'll be coming back after a while. Where are you headed? Kakashi asked. Naruto grinned beneath his mask. Don't worry. Naruto walked out of the house, causing Tsunami to walk in from the kitchen. Kakashi nodded. Yeah. He's off to wherever it is he goes. Oh. And I didn't get to thank him either, Tsunami said. Tazuna grinned as he watched the other bridge builders and a few other civilians work diligently, putting the last pieces of the bridge together. He eyed his grandson helping as much as his young body would allow. He looks happy, Naruto said, walking up to the old man. He is, Tazuna said. I don't know what you said to him after last night, but he's really gotten back his confidence. HN, Naruto said before setting his scroll onto the ground and unrolling it. He unsealed a small book. Make sure that he gets this. A book? Tazuna asked. Yeah, it's Erosenin's first book, Naruto said. It'll help him. Trust me. And where are you going? Tazuna questioned. Naruto grinned. Don't worry, old man. I'll be back around to make sure no one else has taken over this place. Tazuna watched Naruto walk away, heading for the bridge. It seems that even in small numbers, the Uzumaki clan is still as dangerous as ever, Tazuna thought. Naruto! Sakura called. Naruto looked over his shoulder to see Sakura and Kiba running towards him. How are you even alive? That sword cut right into your back, Sakura exclaimed. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Well, I shielded most of it with some sand, but I was unable to get enough to block the entire thing. But I'm fine, believe it. You sure gave Gato a bite in the ass, Kiba said. Well, training will do that for you, Naruto replied. If you ever need me, well, just hope that I'm in the area. Kiba and Sakura's sweat dropped as Naruto laughed and walked off. I wonder what's beneath his mask, Kiba said. Sakura groaned. Just another mask. He's worse than Kakashi-sensei. Yeah. But I'll beat Naruto one day, Kiba said. Right, Akamaru? Yip yip, the pup replied. Naruto smiled as he made his way across the bridge. Another day, another prank, Naruto thought before snapping his fingers. Elsewhere in the village, a chibi Naruto burst into flames, causing many civilians to stare in disbelief. Because no Naruto has struck again. Chapter 4, The Masters of Deception. Weasels, Snakes, and Foxes. Naruto yawned as he made his way out of his bed. Thankfully no one was around to see the frog pajamas he wore with the nightcap to go along with it. Thankfully, he slept with his mask on. He walked to his refrigerator and opened it to get some juice. It had been months after the battle on the bridge and Naruto has been living rather peacefully sans the few bandits that he passed on the way home. Jiraiya had stopped by a few times giving him news about the upcoming Chunin exams in Konoha, though Naruto really did not care. Give me a break, Naruto muttered before dodging multiple shuriken that were aimed for him. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto created 4 clones that quickly jumped through his window. He pursued his clones and looked around. Alright, come out. I know you're there, Naruto said. Sound mean, Naruto thought, seeing the headband on a boy with 6 arms. Naruto Uzumaki, right? A sickly-looking boy said. Naruto nodded. My name is Kimimaro Kagaya. We've met before, remember? Flashback. A young Naruto nearly ran as he tried to keep up with Jiraiya. Ero-sensei. Where are we going? Naruto asked. To see an old friend of mine, Jiraiya said before the two walked past a woman and a young Kimimaro. Stay close. Naruto looked behind him at Kimimaro, who had done the same act. The two parties stopped. It's good to see you again, the woman said. Or do you not remember me, Jiraiya? I know who you are, Jiraiya said. Is that his son? The woman asked. You too, Dobe, the woman said as the two began walking away. Naruto and Kimimaro looked at one another before Naruto waved and ran to catch up to Jiraiya. Kimimaro frowned at the act before a small smile came on his face and he ran towards Orochimaru. End flashback. You were with that weird lady, Naruto said before a clone brought his large scroll to him. So what do you want? Don't think that you're going to fight us all, a boy said with a smirk. You wouldn't last 5 minutes with us. Wouldn't think about it, Naruto said, opening the scroll and pressing his hand onto it. A puff of smoke surrounded Naruto, and when it was cleared, he was fully dressed. Now, where were we? We came to ask for your services, Kimimaro said. Lord Orochimaru wants. Oro team? Why would I work with him? Naruto asked. Humph, don't know why he wants this little shithead anyway, the redhead girl said. Just what's so special about him anyway? Naruto grinned beneath his mask. I'll show you why. Naruto did a pose. I am the future seal master of Mount Myobokuzan, the boy that many girls want to start clans with. I am the feared Mikaze, Naruto Uzumaki. A strange lightning bolt shot behind Naruto on the ground, causing 4 of the 5 teens to stare annoyingly at Naruto. That is, before the redhead bopped Naruto on the top of his head. Don't ever do that shit again, Tayuya shouted. Why is it that it's only the girls that get annoyed by that? Naruto thought as the fox chuckled at its jailer's predicament. Before Naruto could stand up, the girl grabbed his collar and hoisted him into the air, shaking him violently. The 6-armed boy's sweat dropped. Seems as if Tayuya likes him. We don't have time for this, Kimimaro said, causing the girl, Tayuya, to drop Naruto. Despite his antics, Naruto is a respectable shinobi, able to take out all 4 of you one-on-one. Doubt it. Sakan, don't be stupid. You, Kidamaru, Jirobo, and Tayuya are only effective as a team. Kimimaro cut the boy off. Now, Naruto, Lord Orochimaru needs your assistance. A fist of black sand punched Tayuya away from Naruto, causing Sakan, Kidamaru, and Jirobo to tense up by how serious Naruto had become. What does he want? Naruto asked, his arms crossed. There is an invasion on Konoha, Kimimaro began. You would be a valuable asset to our success. And why would I want to help him take out the hidden leaf? Naruto questioned. Because they shunned you, Kimimaro responded. They deserve your scorn. You deserve vengeance. Naruto eyed the other 4 members carefully. What do you think, Kyuji? Naruto thought. You could possibly take the fat one out without trying. The other 3, you will have to put the effort into, Kyubi replied. And then Kimimaro, he's a Kagaya, so look out for his Kekkei Genkai. So he wants me to do what exactly? Naruto asked. Kidamaru smirked. He wants you and your pal Gaara to destroy the village completely. Gaara? You mean the Yondaime Kazekage's son? Naruto replied. Kimimaro nodded, gaining a laugh from the blonde. Good luck with that. There are only 2 people living that have the Iron Sand release, Kimimaro said. You and Akasuna no Sasori. Your sand defense is the only thing that can nullify his. That, and your status of a Jinchuriki would. Kimimaro was interrupted by a fit of coughs, gaining a frown from Naruto. Excuse me? I have been feeling ill lately. Terminal illness, the Kyubi said. If you learn how to speed the process up, you may get out of here alive. Naruto said. Anyway, he wants me to go into Konoha, fight a guy that nearly killed me to get the Sandaime scroll, and then somehow escape from hundreds of ANBU? No matter how good I am, I don't think that I'm that good. Kidamaru said. Just another question, Naruto said. If Oro team wanted me to do this, why not come himself? Why did he send you 5 instead? Surely he doesn't think that I can beat him. No. He is currently undergoing a change, Kimimaro said. Look, are you helping us or not? Sakan asked. I'll think about it, Naruto replied, gaining a few sweat drops. Why, you stupid piece of shit! Tayuya shouted, running directly towards Naruto. The four boys watched Tayuya throw a punch at Naruto, only for him to catch it. Naruto's eyes connected with Tayuya's before his left hand began to generate electricity, shocking her. The girl was forced to her knees. If this is the best you can do, I see why you need help, Naruto said. Arrogant little punk, Kidamaru called before firing several small arrows of webs towards Naruto. Naruto shimmered away before appearing behind Kidamaru. Both Jirobo and Sakan flinched as Kimimaro stood calm. That is a neat technique, Kimimaro said, appearing beside Naruto. Your speed is quite admirable. This little shithead is as strong as Kimimaro says, Tayuya thought. Naruto's clones began to dispel. I will be in Konoha in 4 days. That's a yes? Kimimaro asked. Yes, Naruto said, walking towards his house. And tell Oro team, I'll be expecting a hefty pay. We will, Kimimaro said before pointing to Tayuya and then Jirobo. Tayuya and Jirobo will stay with you until it is time. Naruto frowned. We cannot allow you to tell someone else of our plans. It is a safety measure. Fine. But I'm not feeding him, Naruto said, thumbing towards the large Jirobo. Why, you little Jirobo, Kimimaro interrupted. I will personally kill you if this does not go in Lord Orochimaru's favor. That doubles for you, Tayuya. The redhead scoffed and rolled her eyes. And that's only if he doesn't kill you first. Sakan. Kidamaru. Let's go. Naruto watched the 3 boys leap off, following them by their chakra trails for as long as he could. You got anything good in there to eat? Jirobo asked. Naruto groaned. It was time for an emergency trip to the store. A figure lurking in the shadows watched Kimimaro, Kidamaru, and Sakan from a distance. What did they want with Naruto? The voice asked itself before leaving for Naruto's place. Time to see for myself. Naruto was absolutely speechless as Jirobo had nearly cleared his entire stash in his refrigerator. He was partially happy that he forgot to unseal the things he picked up on his way to and from Wave. Laziness sometimes worked in his favor. As for the girl, Tayuya seemed to be busying herself with constant jabs and mocks towards Naruto and her teammate. Occasionally she would give him a stiff middle finger or a roll of her eyes, but currently, she was too busy looking at Jirobo with disgust. I'm going to meditate, Naruto said, standing up. Don't go running off, Jirobo said as he paused in his consumption. We'll just find you. I'm sure, Naruto muttered, walking out of the house. Naruto moved to a space away from his home and sat down. A large seal appeared around him that temporarily made him invisible and unheard. What is it? You're getting good. Naruto smirked. Come on, Itachi. You give me more credit than that. Itachi Uchiha stepped onto the seal. I spotted some of Orochimaru's men leaving this way, Itachi said. I thought that maybe something had happened. They want me to help them take out Konoha, Naruto said. This gained a glare from Itachi. I know. It's not like I want to do it either. Then why are you? Itachi asked. I'm not, Naruto answered. Getting me into the village via Orochimaru will throw off the snake's suspicion. Once we have him cornered, then we can rid the world of that snake once and for all. Don't underestimate Orochimaru, Itachi said. Naruto nodded. As for your recent mission to Wave, you saw Sasuke, right? Again, Naruto nodded. Has he reawakened the Sharingan? Fortunately, Naruto said. He used it against Haku, though with the inexperience that he had, it just delayed the inevitable. Haku still knocked him out. Itachi stood quiet for a moment. Not to start anything, Naruto continued. But your brother's become a team. He's all arrogant and thinks highly of his clan. He attempted to seriously injure his teammate in exchange for impaling me and probably collecting on my bounty. Then his hatred has grown, at least for Nukenin, Itachi said. The Sasuke I remember would have tried to protect this teammate. He has the potential to be far greater than I am. Naruto smirked. So should I worry about him coming to fight me to capture Kyuji instead of you? Not if I am successful, Itachi said. Good luck then. I kicked his sorry ass once and Naruto was abruptly stopped by the killer intent followed by the activation of the Sharingan from Itachi. What I meant was... Itachi smiled. You will take care of him, Naruto. I am sure. Itachi's smile dropped. I must go. But before I do, Yakumo Kurama was injured during her last mission with Squad 8. If you want access to the Forest of Death, then I suggest you use that to your advantage. Naruto squinted, but nodded anyway. Before he had a chance to ask, Itachi deteriorated into a flock of crows and flew off. The seal around Naruto slowly vanished as he hopped to his feet. I must get to Konoha, Naruto said before turning around to meet the brown eyes of Tayuya. GAH. Wham! What was that for? For scaring the hell out of me, Taiyuya replied. Just where the hell were you? Here? Wham! Ouch. Kyubi sat silently as he remembered an event very similar to this one. Kushina the fox muttered. Get your fucking ass back up there, shithead. No way am I going to lose sight on someone so pathetic, Taiyuya said. I can't, Naruto said. I just got information about Konoha and I need to get there ASAP. How did you get that information? Taiyuya questioned with a chilling glare. I have this really cool seal, and it allows me to see what I want, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head. The glare harshened, making him sweat a little. Do you want to see it? What did you see? Naruto fought to retain a loud sigh of relief but grinned beneath his mask. I can pose as a leaf nin, Naruto proclaimed. Taiyuya's glare did not falter as he began to explain. You see, one of a Genin team's teammates was injured and they need a replacement. Since me and the old coot running the place go way back, I can easily gain his trust and be put on a team. Simple, right? And what about us? Taiyuya asked. I guess you'll just have to wait outside the village until then, Naruto said. No point in risking the entire mission over the simple stupidity of one loudmouth girl. Though, she is kind of cute. Fine go, but hey! Taiyuya shouted before Naruto shimmered from in front of her. Shithead. Now running full speed towards the direction of Konohagure no Sato, Naruto idly thought about the secrets that they could learn from his home. So he paused, doing a few hand seals, and then slammed his hands on the ground. What do you think is in there? Jirobo asked. His secret's fat ass. Now open it. Taiyuya ordered as Jirobo punched the door down. The two froze as two Teinomi stood in front of them. Damn, this is bad. Thank you, past Uzumakis of all kinds, Naruto said before running off. In Konoha, the Sandaime Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, sat at his desk eyeing the papers of Shino Aburame and Hinata Hyuga. He felt bad that the two of them would not be able to become Chunin because their teammate was critically injured doing a mission. They both showed potential. Spying on me now? Hiruzen said with a small chuckle. I didn't think that I'd make one of your books. Even in your old days you're still as sharp as ever, Jiraiya said from a corner in the room. I came to see what was going on for the upcoming Chunin exams. I saw a team from Suna. The Kazekage's son? This is the start of a new alliance, Hiruzen said. I take it that Naruto did not come with you. Jiraiya grinned. You know he's big enough to watch himself. He doesn't need me half the time. And the other half? Hiruzen asked. Relax. The Gaki is probably just lying around, resting, Jiraiya said. You must have heard about the run-in in Wave Country. He says that Kakashi was a real help in defeating Zabuza and Haku. I heard, the Hokage said. I also heard that he was in search for the Uzumaki compound. I thought you said that even you couldn't find it? I can't, Jiraiya stated. Then again, Naruto's intel surpasses my own to a degree. He's made several friends while traveling with me. And what of the Kyubi? Hiruzen asked. He and Naruto's relationship is proving. I still don't know what seal Kushina used to retain the fox's Yin chakra, but it has been completely repressed. Jiraiya explained. When Naruto slips into the demon's grip, only the Yang chakra is used. Still, only with half of its chakra, it's still quite powerful. I bet, Hiruzen said. Naruto sneezed once more. Damn, someone must be talking about me a lot. Naruto was currently still running towards Konoha. His mind was set on what he was going to say to the Hokage. Though he did not hold anything personally against the old leader, he clearly did not want a sobfest. Naruto then thought about Orochimaru. If the Snake Sannin were able to do whatever it is he truly has planned, then this could spell the end for the Hidden Leaf. Though Naruto was not affiliated with the village in almost any and every way possible except his birthplace, he did not want to see it destroyed. He needed it standing for his final prank. If I keep this up, I should be in Konoha in no time, Naruto said. But I might want to go with caution. No telling what they will do to me now. Or me, the fox added. If you can find any way possible for them to harm you without harming me in the process, I'd love to hear it, Naruto said. The nine-tailed fox had no response, causing the blonde to smirk. I didn't think so. You might want to hurry. If those two from Orochimaru catches up to you, you might be put into a battle, the fox said. While their normal strength seems minimal, I'm sure that even you saw the mark on the girl's neck. Yeah, it creeped me out and gave me a good idea at the same time, Naruto said. I just wish someone or something could keep them preoccupied. Taiyuya and Jirobo were now in pursuit of Naruto. The redhead had already expressed her intentions on either castrating the blonde or just strangling him to death. Jirobo silently prayed that she chose the second one. He would put no man through the first pain. Stop, the calm voice of Itachi said. The two stopped dead in their tracks as the Akatsuki member stood in front of them. Where is he? He who? Tayuya asked. Naruto Uzumaki. He's not here, Jirobo said. We're looking for him as well. Shut it, fat ass. Tayuya hissed before turning to Itachi. Just what the hell do you want with the shithead anyway? I thought you Akatsuki suckers only did jobs that would be considered S-ranked? He is the Kyuubi no Kitsune. I am hired to capture and extract the beast from him. At the sound of this, both sound neens tensed. They would have to protect the missing blonde from Itachi Uchiha, the Itachi Uchiha. Now, where is he? We don't know. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you shit, Tayuya proclaimed, though the more sane side of her was beating herself against the wall. She activated her curse mark. I see you mean business, Itachi said, closing his eyes. Tayuya, the genjutsu user of the Sound 5. Third next to Kimimaro and Sakan respectively. Tayuya frowned. How did he possess such information? Itachi opened his eyes, revealing his 3-tomo Sharingan. Let me show you what a real genjutsu looks like. Shit! Close your eyes, fatso. Tayuya ordered as she closed her eyes and biting her thumb. Summoning jutsu. She's going to fight me blind? Intriguing. Itachi thought as he stared at the 3 doki. Tayuya began playing her flute, causing the doki to run directly for the Uchiha. Orochimaru's pawns show a lot of potential. Itachi easily dodged the doki as Tayuya continued playing, using the slightest of sounds to find Itachi. Jirobo activated his curse mark into level 1 and opened his eyes. Seeing Itachi caught up with Tayuya's doki, Jirobo shot his hands into the ground before lifting a large piece of earth over his head. He launched the piece of ground towards Itachi, who smirked. Itachi skillfully flipped over the attack, his hands running through hand seals at blinding speeds. Fire release, Great Fireball Jutsu. Jirobo quickly jumped out of the way, grabbing Tayuya as he did so. The girl huffed angrily before her continuation with her attack. Itachi landed on the ground and saw the doki release a white worm-like substance from their mouths, heading for him. Itachi's 3-tomo Sharingan quickly transformed into the Mangekyo Sharingan before he dodged the attack. His speed picked up drastically, Tayuya thought. Itachi appeared in front of Jirobo, who froze. Jirobo's eyes connected with Itachi's briefly before Itachi landed a spinning kick on the large boy that sent him flying backwards. Jirobo looked to see Itachi now behind him, hitting him into the hair. Several of crows flew past Jirobo before balling up and reforming into the Uchiha. Itachi landed a kick directly on Jirobo's face, causing him fall headfirst to the ground. Fuck. He's not playing around, Tayuya thought. There's no fucking way I'm going to survive this. Ugh. It's all shithead's fault. Itachi was now in front of Tayuya, hitting her with a punch that caused her to slide on her back. Tayuya rolled to her feet, her skin beginning to darken. Her cap fell off, 5 horns sprouting from her head. Tayuya played her flute again, her doki now moving at twice the speed they previously were. The sound of Itachi's cloak ripping into shreds reached Tayuya's ears and she smirked. His chakra signal was gone. She opened one eye to see his cloak ripped and on the ground, blood everywhere. Huh. So maybe he was overrated, Tayuya said before dispelling her doki. Shit! A large fireball blasted in front of Tayuya, sending her rolling backwards. You should tell Orochimaru that the fox is ours, Itachi stated. He will know what I mean. With that, the Uchiha disappeared in a flock of crows, knowing his job was done. Naruto would be able to sneak into Konoha now without the Sound Fives interfering. He could protect the village like his father wanted. That night, a figure crept around the gates of Konoha. Several of A and B saw said figure and moved to attack, only for the thing to disappear on contact. While many of the civilians had no clue on what was going on in their village, the shinobi and Hokage did. What do you want us to do? Kakashi asked Hiruzen standing with the other Jonin sensei. Let him enter. Keep an eye on him, Hiruzen said before the 4 Jonin sensei disappeared out of the room. Wonder why he came, Jiraiya said from the windowsill. It must be important. Naruto looked around the village. He had snuck into a maximum of 4 hidden villages, Sunagakure, Kyuzugakure, Hashigakure, and Getsugakure. Out of those 4, only one of them was actually tough getting in and out, Sunagakure. Now as he scaled the buildings and alleys of the Hidden Leaf, he realized how inexperienced he really was. Sure, staying out of sight was easy. But staying out of sight and reaching his goal was harder. And the Leaf ANBU only made things worse. Okay, Naruto said to himself. Several of clones have dispelled and the Hokage's office is just up ahead. Kakashi has a Sharingan and can predict where I'll appear with swift release. So that means that I'm down to the one thing I do best. Naruto held a hand seal. Transform. Naruto transformed into a masked ANBU officer that appeared in his early 20s. Naruto grinned beneath his mask before hopping towards the Hokage's office. So far so good, Naruto thought. Hey! Naruto cursed his luck before turning to see the purple-haired Anko. His face went red as he eyed the fishnets that barely covered her breasts. Where are you going? Naruto was silent as he thought of an excuse. Bathroom break? You really are pathetic. Go, Anko said before Naruto went to leap off. By the way, I'm only doing this because the Hokage said so. Had I been anyone else, you would have been killed on sight, Naruto. Naruto gulped before hopping away. I bet he'll look hot when he's older, Anko thought as she licked her lips. Perfect. Hiruzen waited in his office as the door opened. He exhaled a plume of smoke as the ANBU officer walked in. The crazy snake lady is still crazy, Naruto said, ending his henge. And the other shinobi are still clueless as ever. I thought sneaking in here would be a lot easier. It wasn't. I'll have to teach you that later, Jiraiya said. But first, as we practiced, I need to know who you are. Naruto sighed before slowly slid his mask down, enough to show just one set of whiskers on his face. He replaced his mask with an annoyed look. The marks only reminded him daily that even with all the safety precautions, the fox still had power. It's good to see you again, Naruto-kun, Hiruzen said. But I'm curious as to why you are here. One of your teams needs a replacement, Naruto said, causing both Hiruzen and Jiraiya to stare at him wide-eyed. And here he is. You, Hiruzen said. Seriously? Wow, I thought you came here to finally reveal to me what your final prank was, Jiraiya said. Naruto shook his head. Later. But for now, I came to help and to warn you. Hiruzen frowned. Orochimaru will be here. I don't know how. I don't when. But he will be here. How do you know this? Hiruzen asked. The pause caused the Hokage to feel tense. He asked me to help with the attack. What? What have I told you about him? Jiraiya shouted. He didn't personally come to me, Naruto replied. He sent his guards, the Sound 5. Anyway, Gaara and the Sand are somehow in on it. And if I don't do my part, Gaara will most likely drown this entire village with his sand. The room grew noticeably quieter. For Hiruzen, he strongly thought about what his former student was up to. It must have been something important if Naruto returned to the village. For Jiraiya, he was thinking about the last meeting the sons of the Yondaime Hokage and Yondaime Kazekage had. Naruto had no idea on how to use the iron sand and barely escaped with his body in one piece. Jiraiya made a mental note to teach Naruto the summoning technique, but till this day the boy had yet to learn it, and used Jiraiya's toads to send messages for him instead. You want to be put on a genin team? Come on, Gaki, give yourself some credit here. I've seen you take out some pretty strong guys, Jiraiya said. Yeah, but in the bingo books, I'm just a genin. Not even a chunin. Taking this exam will not only save the village, but give an accurate description about me. You want to come in as you are? The teams will wonder, Hiruzen said. You are the Hokage. Lie and tell them that I've been reinstated or something, Naruto said. Either way, I need access to the entire village. I can't get inside the Forest of Death without taking a part of the exam or sneaking in. And I really don't want to do the second one. Fine. Tomorrow, I will announce your reinstatement first thing. Until then, I suggest you stay out of trouble, Hiruzen said. Naruto grinned beneath his mask. Don't worry. I won't do anything out of the ordinary. That's what I'm afraid of, Hiruzen said. Tayuya and Jirobo both made it to a nearby secret base of Orochimaru. Neither wanted to be the one to tell their master the news, but both knew that if he found out through another source, they would surely die. What are you two doing here? A woman named Krin asked the two beaten children. Tayuya glared at the green-haired woman and muttered two distinct words. Itachi. Uchiha. Krin's light purple eyes widened at the name. What was he doing there? Krin shouted. How the fuck should I know? He came looking for that shithead Naruto and just attacked out of nowhere, Tayuya shouted. Oh dear, Krin stated. Orochimaru-sama hasn't fully recovered from surgery yet. I have not received any other messages from either of them. The last I heard, he had selected a trio to single out Sasuke Uchiha, Itachi's younger brother. And who are they? Tayuya asked. Dosu, Zaku, and Kin, Krin said. Tayuya gave a single nod. She was not really friends with any of the three, but from her perspective, they carried out Orochimaru's plans to the best of their abilities. In fact, they put in more effort than the Sound 5 Sans Kimimaro did. Of course, they did not have to go through the laborious missions that Tayuya and the other Sound 5 did, so she could not praise them for everything. Where is the boy? Krin asked. Tayuya paused. Did she really want to admit that they had allowed Naruto to run off to Konoha? Never. He went to infiltrate Konoha. We figured it'd be a waste of time trying to sneak around fat ass. What? Jirobo called. Shut it, fat ass, Tayuya shouted. Krin's facial features showed her confusion. He went to infiltrate the village? To gain information. That shithead knows that if he tries anything, I will castrate him, Tayuya said. The air of fright caused Krin's eyes to go from the redhead girl to the larger boy beside her, who was slowly pushing his legs closer and his hands automatically shifted below his stomach. This girl needs counseling, Krin thought. The place had the stench of mold and must, showing that the caretaker truly did not care for the place. The floors creaked every step he took, and the walls had an assortment of color on them at odd spots. This is perfect, Naruto said. Perfect? This place isn't any better than the sewer I'm in, the fox berated. Naruto shrugged. You'll get used to it. Once I do this. Naruto opened his large scroll and looked around. Where'd I put it? Ah. Here it is. After doing the proper hand seals, Naruto slammed both palms onto the seal. Furniture shot up from everywhere. Here we go. You are an idiot, Kyubi said, though the fox was highly surprised by his jailer's resourcefulness. Now for that smell, Naruto said. Shadow clone jutsu. Naruto created 3 clones. Go to the store and get some cleaning stuff. You will need seals around this place just in case I was followed. And finally you have the most important job of them all. We need to find some ramen and pronto. Hi, the 3 clones said before leaving to do their missions. So now that you're finally back, I am curious as to what you are going to do next, the fox said. I'm going to do my mission, Naruto said. I'm going to fight Sabuka no Gaara and try to keep as many people standing as I can. I'll make these people see just what a cool shinobi I grew up to be. Believe it! The hundreds-years-old fox gave a slight chuckle. Despite his cockiness, clumsiness, pervertedness, and sheer stupidity, Naruto was also quite observative and beyond the word stubborn. His ninja attributes were well beyond those in his age group. If there was one person who could make the people of Konoha pay, it was Naruto. And just in case he needed help, Kyubi would be right there waiting. Chapter 5, Looking Underneath the Underneath. Naruto's Past Revealed. Jiraiya looked down at the bundle of blonde lying on the bed. Sure, Naruto's seals stopped most people from getting to him, but being a seals master, Jiraiya could easily bypass some of them. Others needed more effort to unseal. Raising his left and right hand into the air, holding a ladle and pan in the hands respectively, he clanged the 2 kitchen utensils. H! Naruto shouted as he jumped 5 feet in the air and crashed onto the floor. Damn it, Iaro-senin! What was that for? Did you forget you had a team meeting earlier today? Jiraiya asked. Team meeting? Jiraiya's sweat dropped. He clearly gets this from Kushina. Teammate? Your deal with Orochimaru? Ring any bells? Jiraiya said. A light bulb seemed to appear above Naruto's head. Oh yeah. Now I remember, Naruto said as he hopped to his feet. Jiraiya watched Naruto's eyes become thoughtful slits and the light bulb soon flickered off. Now where was I supposed to meet? A gleam shone in Jiraiya's eyes. I'll show you where. Kurenai looked at her 2 healthy students. They were still a bit shaken after the mission to a village near the border of Hai no Kuni and Kusa no Kuni had taken a turn for the worse. It would be a while before Yakumo's legs would be in good use, and it had taken nearly everyone to calm down her inner demon. Kurenai sighed. The girl had showed so much potential in surpassing Kurenai in the field of genjutsu. But with a weak body plus the ambush from those bandits, it seemed as if Yakumo's ninja days were limited. Kurenai-sensei, Hinata stammered. Kurenai gave her student her full attention. What are we doing here? We're getting a substitute member to take the Chunin Exams. Kurenai explained. From what I heard, he has the potential of becoming a Chunin, but he was never really made into an official ninja. Oh, Hinata said. Shino tilted his head upwards. What is that? Shino stood like that for a few more seconds before stepping slightly to his immediate left, allowing Naruto to crash safely in between Hinata and Shino. You've got to be kidding me, Kurenai thought as she looked at the swirls in Naruto's eyes. I take it that this is our new teammate, Shino said in his stoic voice. Hinata's eyes widened. It's him. Kurenai watched Naruto stand up and brush himself off, muttering something that had something to do with perverts, old men, young girls, and frogs. Putting the clues together, she assumed that Naruto was referring to Jiraiya. He was the only one that fit the bill. Ahem, Kurenai cleared her throat, gaining Naruto's attention. I take it that you're my new student. Naruto gave Kurenai a critical eye before grinning. Yep. Naruto Uzumaki, believe it. The name did not sit well with any of the other 3. Makaze no Naruto. Interesting. Naruto-kun. Naruto blinked. Is something wrong? No, Kurenai said, gathering herself. Due to his short time in Konoha, Kurenai had never met the blonde nor has she ever seen any pictures of him. Asuma had done his job as to dodge the subject anytime the two were around the Hokage or Kakashi, and Guy seemed to be completely lost on the topic. We were going to do some light training for today. I want to know how well you can work with your new teammates, Shino Aburame and Hinata Hyuga. Naruto looked at both of his teammates before looking directly at Hinata. Have we met before? Naruto asked, causing the girl to blush fiercely. I don't think so. Hinata said, poking her index fingers together. Naruto said, now standing directly beside Hinata. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere, like a forest or hot spring somewhere. Hentai. Naruto was sent into a tree with a crushing blow. You will not be spying on any ladies at the hot springs while you know my team, got it? Kurenai asked. Hi, Naruto said. Boy, she's crazier than that redhead. Naruto thought. Plus, she's hot. The fox groaned as it went to heal the wounds on Naruto. This was going to be a long day. Team 7 stood in the Hokage's office. They were given the day off while Kakashi had some important mission to take care of. Of course, none of them really complained about that. Since coming back from Wave Country, they had been working like dogs, no pun intended in Kiba's case. I have called you three here for an important message, Hiruzen said. Naruto Uzumaki is now a temporary member of Team 8. What? He's a criminal, Sakura called. Hiruzen exhaled a plume of smoke. I know. I have hired him for a mission. What? You're the Hokage. Why don't you just get up and kick whoever's ass back to wherever they came from and come back here? It's not like you have anything better to do, Kiba said. The killer intent radiating off of the old man caused Sasuke to cringe with his two teammates. Unlike Kiba, Sasuke kept all his thoughts in his head. Like he had mentioned earlier, age meant nothing. Like I was saying, surprisingly, the Hokage's voice was as calm as ever. Naruto will be taking a part of the exams with Team 8. I want you guys to make sure that no one attacks him. Why? Isn't he strong enough to just kill whoever? Kiba asked. That's exactly my point, Hiruzen responded. I do not want anyone, especially a genin, to try and apprehend him. Not until his mission is over. And what exactly is this mission? Sasuke asked. S-ranked. The response made the three children groan. They were all familiar with the ninja system and knew that anything above C rank was practically none of their business. Now you may go and enjoy your time off. I'm sure when Kakashi returns, he will want to train you for the time lost, Hiruzen said. Hi, Hokage-sama, Sasuke said with a bow before leaving, Sakura and Kiba following him. This stinks. So the guy is a bit strong? He doesn't get special privileges, Kiba said, gaining an agreeing bark from Akamaru. He's not getting special treatment. He is doing his job, Sasuke said. Whoever is here, I'm guessing they are stronger than us and therefore, Naruto was called. Sakura nodded. That makes sense. He is still a kid and can sneak into the exams with us without drawing that much attention. Exactly, Sasuke said. Unfortunately, the target must be a kid as well. Someone who will be taking a part of the Chunin Exams. So what are you planning, Uchiha? Kiba asked. Sasuke smirked. We find the target before the dobe does. With the training Kakashi has given us, I'm sure we can take them down. Right, Sakura said happily. Kiba gagged. Fangirls were never his thing. Kurenai panted as she stared at Naruto. He had proven to be as strong as the Hokage had stated. And now that he had Hinata and Shino behind him, he was near unstoppable. His one weak point, Genjutsu, was nullified by his teammates. And what they lacked in, he had a seal or technique to cover. They were a near-perfect team. There still was the matter of Hinata's shyness. Man, she's fast, Naruto said. Naruto wiped the sweat from his forehead. But she's tired now. Now I can move in for the K attack. Naruto ran for Kurenai, who waited patiently. In just 15 minutes she understood the blonde's attacks in and out. He liked to appear to come from one place, and then appear somewhere else. And if that plan did not work, he would go for a distant attack, using shadow clones and that strange, yet effective, tongue maneuver. Finally, if all else failed, he went on with a frontal assault. He was as creative as his father, clever as his mother, and perceptive as ever. But he was still a hormonal boy. Naruto threw a punch as Kurenai, whose body burst into petals. Seeing his teammate in the open unguarded, Shino moved to help him. This advance was stopped when he sensed Kurenai coming from another direction. The trees, Shino thought. You missed, Kurenai said to Naruto. Yeah? Well, take this, Naruto called as he threw a few kunai at Kurenai. Kurenai dodged the 4 flying objects, the last one nipping her wrist barely. The tape around arms began to unravel, causing Naruto and Shino to pause in their attack. The tape began to slowly deteriorate into pink petals as it detached from Kurenai's arms, slowly going to her shoulders, and finally her body. Naruto's eyes widened. I think I hit the jackpot. Kit! Duck, the fox barked. Naruto blinked out of his stupor and dodged the fist that was coming right in front of him. He wondered how she was able to dodge his senses, and then he remembered his anticipation of seeing a topless Kurenai. Stop thinking about mating with your superior and defeat her, the fox bellowed. She's tougher than I pegged her for, Naruto said. When Ero-sennin said that Konoha had tough chicks, I didn't think he meant this tough. Use your swift release and annihilate her, Kyuubi growled. Naruto just rolled his eyes. Leave it to the fox to think about killing. You're not quitting on me, are you? Kurenai asked. Shino and Hinata regrouped with Naruto, seeing as they stood a much better chance with him than they did on their own. He surely lived up to his name. Alright, Kurenai-sensei, it's time to take this up a notch, Naruto said. Beautiful or not, you're really strong. Thanks for the compliment, but that's not going to help you now, Kurenai said. Now show me everything you've got. Tayuya and Jirobo stood in front of Kabuto and the other members of the Sound Five. Only Kabuto and Kimimaro had the stones to glare at the redhead eye to eye, and that was for a good reason. Despite Sakan and Yokon's bloodline that gave them the edge over Tayuya, she was still frightening. But for sick, twisted characters like Kabuto and those without emotion like Kimimaro, she was just another girl with an attitude. This seal, did you see it? Kabuto asked. For the millionth time, no, Tayuya replied. The rat just told me what he saw and left. Then Itachi attacked. Itachi? And you survived? Kabuto said. Something doesn't add up. Lord Orochimaru is not pleased with this, Kimimaro said. With Naruto and Konoha, he could very well tell anyone there about our plans. That does not bode well for us, and it is your fault. An edged bone grew from Kimimaro's forearm. And as promised, I shall kill you both for that. Now, Kimimaro, we can't have that, now can we? Kabuto said, stopping the other boy. Tayuya and Jirobo will just have to go with us to the village. Besides, what village is going to listen to a criminal that houses the very demon that destroyed them? So that's it, huh? We go to Konoha like planned? Kidamaru asked. Kabuto smirked as he pushed up his glasses with his middle finger. Everything went according to plan. Naruto lied on the ground and Shino could swear he saw hearts in the blonde's eyes. Though Shino was not a genjutsu user, he knew how to defeat the famed Mikaze no Naruto. A genjutsu showing a really attractive woman, a harem just to be on the safe side. It seemed as though Naruto gained many of Jiraiya's strengths, he also gained the pervert's weakness too. Shame. Are you alright, Naruto? Shino asked. Ero-sennin never going to believe it, Naruto muttered in his dazed state, remembering the sight of Kurenai's breasts. Kurenai smiled. I'm sure even he knows that those were the real deal. Shame that he's so young. Hinata stood blushing. She was unable to keep up with Naruto and Kurenai's fight, much like Shino, but she did catch the final move her sensei pulled. While Shino put it as a simple genjutsu that knocked Naruto out, Hinata saw the extra effort that Kurenai put into the genjutsu. I think that's enough for a while. Take a lunch break, Kurenai said. I must speak to the Hokage about our new teammate. Hi sensei. Hinata replied before Kurenai disappeared in a swirl of pink petals. Shino stared at Naruto. We have to find a way to snap him out of the daze Kurenai sensei put him in. Do you have any suggestions? Hinata shook her head. I don't know a lot of things about him that would stimulate his mind. I know, and maybe something to eat? Hinata suggested. That would help, Shino said. But what does one such as him eat? Hinata gave another shrug. Maybe if you were to use one of your palm strikes, that would wake him up. Hinata gave a gasp that told Shino how much she detested the idea. How could she hurt the boy from the woods? The same boy that when she was 4 gave her so much strength. Shino, on the other hand, went for another strategy. Calling a beetle to do his bidding, he sat the bug on the edge of Naruto's nose. The bug seemed to wait for a moment before clamping down. And what happened next frightening both Leaf Genin. A hand of black sand quickly crushed the beetle as Naruto sat up. I hate bugs, Naruto muttered before looking at Shino and Hinata. Where's Kurenai-sensei? She left. It's our lunch break, Shino said. But I'm curious to know just who you are. If I'm to work with a marked criminal, I at least need to know why. Do you agree with that? I guess I can tell you, Naruto said before sighing. Well, it started here in Konoha. Kurenai walked into the office of Hiruzen Sarutobi where the man was standing at his window, hands behind his back, looking at the village. He hasn't gotten into that much trouble, has he? Hiruzen asked. No, Kurenai said, closing the door behind her. But I'm not so sure about having him around. Neither Shino nor Hinata can fully trust a guy that is known to be a murderer. Hiruzen turned to face Kurenai. So you came to learn the truth? Kurenai nodded. Very well. I will tell you what you need to know. Kurenai watched as the elder man moved to his seat and sat down. He inhaled deeply on his pipe as he closed his eyes before releasing a puff of smoke. Naruto Uzumaki went into the academy at 5 years old. Hiruzen said. He also left the village at the same age. Flashback. 5 years old Naruto walked into the classroom filled with older students, though that did not seem to bother him. In fact, he sat in an empty seat and waited with a huge grin on his face. No matter what happened next, he would become a genin in a few months. Good morning. Mizuki's words died in his throat as his eyes peered on one Naruto Uzumaki. It looks as if we have a new student joining us. The students all looked at Naruto. The smaller boy wanted to shrink into his orange jumpsuit, though he sat with a smile on his face. Introduce yourself. Okay, Naruto said, rising. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. Uh-huh. And what do you want to be, Naruto? Mizuki asked. Naruto smiled. I want to be the next Hokage. The class went into an uproar. Hey! It's not funny! You're right, Naruto. Mizuki said, putting a hand on Naruto's head. Now take a seat. We'll begin shortly. Naruto sat in his seat and crossed his arms. I will become Hokage, Naruto muttered. You wait. End flashback. And that was the first mistake I made, Hiruzen said to Kurenai. Mizuki hated Naruto, as did all the others who only saw him as the biju he carries. Kurenai gave a nod. Now, that was something she did know about the boy. He held the nine-tailed fox within him. I should have known that he would have done what he did. And what did he do? Kurenai asked. Hiruzen exhaled another plume of smoke. Naruto was having some trouble in the fields of genjutsu and taijutsu. So Mizuki told him to base his fights on ninjutsu. Flashback. Are you sure, Mizuki-sensei? Naruto asked as he stared at the large tower. Oh yes. If you can read just one of those ninjutsu, you will be Hokage in no time, Mizuki said. Naruto began to buzz in anticipation. But because I know you have trouble learning hand seals, give me the scroll and I'll teach you what you want to know. Deal? Hi, sensei, Naruto responded. SSH, now remember, you can't get caught, Mizuki said. Naruto nodded before dashing off. Sucker. Naruto easily slipped past the ANBU, something he has been doing quite a lot nowadays for Mizuki's extra credit. His grades showed it though, so he was not complaining. Plus, he could apply the same techniques when the students had to spar against one another. It's here somewhere, Naruto said before he came to a door. Aha! Naruto twisted the knob and pouted. It's locked. Naruto stood at the door for a moment before an idea popped in his head. The key that Hiruzen wore around his wrist. That had to be it. Now Naruto snuck towards Hiruzen's bedroom. He knew where it was and knew that there were two ANBU in front of it. Now his problem was getting past them. He snapped his fingers again and held a hand seal. Sexy jutsu, Naruto said. The two ANBU stood at the ready. The rise of chakra meant that someone was there, and that someone was going to get the ass-kicking of a lifetime. Unfortunately, seeing a lovely, naked blonde woman was the last thing they thought they were going to see, and coincidentally, the two jumped at the same time, knocking their heads against one another, and fainted. Naruto ended his jutsu and smirked. Bingo! Naruto whispered before going into the bedroom. There, the Hokage slept peacefully. Naruto crept to the nightstand and spotted the key lying unguarded. Thanks, Ji-san. Grabbing the key, Naruto made a beeline out of the room and headed for the locked room. He put the key into the lock and opened the door. His eyes immediately widened. There was not just one scroll here, but hundreds. His small mind could not stay focused. And instead of grabbing the one that Mizuki told him, he began to read more. The secrets of the fourth Hokage, Naruto said happily before opening. Outside the room, Hiruzen stood with Kakashi. So, this was your way of showing him, huh? Kakashi asked. Yes, Hiruzen said. Though Minato told me not to tell him, I think we both knew that with his determination and Kushina's curiosity, he was bound to find out on his own. Hiruzen gave a grin. I just helped a bit. What do you think he'll do? Kakashi questioned. My guess is he'll confront me. If anything else happens, I have already sent for Jiraiya. He will know what to do, Hiruzen said. HN, Kakashi muttered. End flashback. And he learned about the ceiling, or at least the parts that I knew of. Hiruzen concluded. That night, he left me a note and left the village. But he left before he was actually made a genin. How will he be able to take a part of the exams if he never formally graduated from the academy? Kurenai asked. Hiruzen opened his eyes. When his description was put into the bingo books, Those afraid of the QB attacking marked him as an S-ranked missing nin. I reasoned with him, saying those exact same words. The least I could do was making him a genin. I'm lost, Kurenai said. Do you know that many S-ranked genin? Kurenai shook her head for no. The other villages lowered their prices and expectations of him, now that he was ruled a genin, and a fresh one at that. I had to protect him any way I could. Kurenai stood, processing this entire thing. This scam was larger than the Uchiha massacre. Though no one died in this one, the life of a child was ultimately changed because of this. Who knows how Naruto would have grown up if he had stayed in Konoha? Kurenai blinked. Sir, why did he leave again? Hiruzen shrugged his shoulders. I wish I knew. And before I knew it, Erosenin had caught up to me. Naruto concluded. Which was great seeing that I was hungry, and he had a bunch to eat. Shino thought silently. There was something that did not add up. Naruto snuck into the Hokage's bedroom and the key that he was looking for was just lying around and the scrolls that he came for were near the first ones near the door. That was strange. And was even stranger was that Naruto refused to tell what he learned from the scrolls other than his shadow clone jutsu. There had to be something else. So exactly why did you leave? Shino asked. Naruto was silent for a moment, and his face showed a serious one that frightened both genin. His face then relaxed and he smiled. Call it an intuition. Well, Shino said. There was no point in arguing with someone as stubborn as a mountain. We might as well get something to eat. And I know the perfect place, Naruto said with a sudden burst of energy. See you guys there. Before either had a chance to say anything, he took off quickly. He is very enthusiastic about eating, Shino said. Hi. Hinata replied. He is ready to be moved, Kabuto said to the sound 5. Kimimaro began coughing once more, gaining a look from all. Kimimaro, maybe it would be best if you sit this one out. I must serve. If you die, then you'll be no use to him, Kabuto interrupted. Besides, Naruto-kun is there to make sure that this will go by rather smoothly. I don't understand what's so important about him, Sakan said. So he's got a bunch of seals and the third's iron sand? Big whoop. I'm sure if Yukon were to fuse with him, it'll soon be over. Kabuto chuckled. You really are an idiot, do you know that? Sakan frowned. You don't want to fuse with one as unstable as Naruto. His other half would not like another person occupying his body and would destroy you instantly or your brother instantly. TCH. What are we talking about? The same dumbass with the goofy smile, Tayuya asked. You should never underestimate a true master of disguise like Naruto, Kabuto said in a serious tone. While he may appear to be flippant and cocky all the time, he is really observing everyone and everything around him. The only two people standing here that might be able to put a scratch on him are Kimimaro-kun and myself. You wouldn't last 5 minutes with him, Tayuya. This information caused Tayuya, as well as Sakan, to tense a bit. Kabuto, as strange as he was, knew his stuff. If he said it, then it must be true. That only made Tayuya angrier. To her, he was just a stupid shithead. It's time to move, Kabuto said. I will be in Konoha soon. Kimimaro, I'm ordering you to stay behind. I do not want your illness to progress further than it already has. This means that you are in charge of the Sound Force, Sakan. Why does he get to be in charge? Tayuya asked. Simple, Tayuya-chan, he is the strongest among you, Kabuto said. Any more questions? 1. Kidamura said. What happens after Naruto does his mission? Then what? My suggestion is that you leave him alone, Kabuto said. Tayuya crossed her arms and huffed angrily. She would make Naruto pay for Itachi's ambush as soon as his job for Orochimaru was done. And no one was going to stop her. That night, after several, 12, bowls of ramen, Naruto walked around the village. Things had indeed changed. The people seemed somewhat happier. Either way, he was heading for one place, and that was the academy. For some reason, he felt drawn to the place where he met that rat Mizuki. He nearly lost control of the fox just thinking of the man's name. Flashback. You knew! Naruto called to Mizuki, who was the only one in between him and his freedom. Mizuki snickered. That you were the QB brat? Everyone knows. What about my parents? Naruto asked. The fact that they abandoned you after the fox was sealed inside of you? Mizuki lied. No one but the Hokage knew the truth about Naruto's parents, and for some odd reason the old man was incredibly tight-lipped about that information. So, where is the scroll? I didn't get it, Naruto said before Mizuki swatted Naruto towards a tree. You stupid brat. I give you one simple thing and you fail at it, Mizuki shouted. Naruto stared at Mizuki. It would be the first time he felt betrayed and he was going to make sure it was his last. His eyes went red as he rose to his feet. Do you want to know what I learned on those scrolls? First, I learned about the fox. Then I learned about my dad. And finally, I learned this. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto called. Mizuki's eyes widened as the area around him was covered in feral blondes. I trusted you and you used me. Well, no one will ever use me again. Believe it! Naruto shouted. End flashback. Naruto flinched as he felt the chakra spike up behind him and turned to see his target, Gaara. The two Jinchuriki stared at one another before Naruto grinned beneath his mask. So, Orochimaru asked for your help too, huh? Naruto said. The last time we met, Mother was unsatisfied with the little blood you left her, Gaara said in his monotone voice. That will not happen again. Mother, huh? So you still refer to the Ichibi as if it was Karura, huh? Naruto replied. Your siblings are watching, you know? They are no siblings to me and I have a relationship with my Biju too, though the old furball would rather bite my head off than allow me to call him mother. Naruto interrupted. You and I, we are the same. Alone. Feared. Hated. And no one really truly understands what we're going through. However, I found out your weakness. You have no reason to live. The statement caused Gaara's stoic eyes to narrow dangerously as the cork on his gourd popped off. Naruto removed his right glove as he prepared his own sand. My reason to live is to kill, Gaara said dangerously. No, that's the demon's reason to live. To kill. To destroy. And you're his way of doing it, Naruto replied. Trust me. I have those urges too. You know nothing, Uzumaki, Gaara said. And when the time comes, I will show you that my reason of existence is far stronger than your own. Naruto turned away from Gaara. When we first met, I was just getting used to the Kyuubi's powers. I'm warning you, Gaara. Don't let it control you. Why? Gaara asked. I can save and help. The Ichibi the Tanuki, I must kill any way possible, Naruto said before leaping away. Gaara watched the blonde hop off of the academy roof before vanishing in thin air, showing Gaara his new prowess. Gaara, in turn, only gave a small, barely visible, smirk. Killing Naruto Uzumaki would truly be his greatest accomplishment. And his mother would be proud. Chapter 6. A Faithful Meeting in the Woods. The exams had begun and already, Naruto and his team had passed the first portion. Now the trio stood with the remainder of the genin listening to Anko explain the Forest of Death. As she spoke, Naruto's attention went to a team from Oto, the village Orochimaru had created. The girl and the spiky-haired guy did not concern him. His attention was with the one known as Dosu. Those sound waves proved to be a good offense against that Kabuto guy. Naruto's eyes then turned to Kabuto. The silver-haired boy was practically on par with the Jonin. Naruto knew that by appearance alone. This guy had the same look the Sound 5 had. Though they did not appear to be much by appearance alone, the way they carried themselves proved that they had experience. And this Kabuto had experience. He was too alert, too witty, and those chakra cards. Naruto smirked. It was a great thing that he did not have a card. Poor Sasuke seethed after realizing that Kabuto did not have a card on Naruto, but who would? Naruto then eyed Gaara. The son of the Yondaime stood with his arms crossed, apparently not interested in Anko's speech. The Ichibi was strong and Naruto knew it. It had a hold on Gaara and made the redhead do and say things that he probably did not mean. It only creeped Naruto out the way that Gaara referred to it as his mother, although Naruto did not have much room to talk since he referred to the Ninetales as Kyuji, but that was different. First, both the Ichibi and Kyuubi were clearly males. Calling them mother or any relative that was female was just wrong. Second, Naruto did have some sort of relationship with his destruction-crazed Biju, while Gaara was simply a puppet of the Tanuki. There was only one reason seeing Gaara was a good thing. His sister was hot. And Naruto-kun, Naruto turned to Hinata, who had been standing beside him as if he were her life support. Shino-kun has returned with our scroll. We can proceed now. Naruto smiled beneath his mask. Sure, Hinata-chan. Teammate made their way into the gates with the others. Naruto kept an eye on the three that he had stated earlier, Dosu, Kabuto, and Gaara, for as long as he could. No surprise that Kabuto masked his scent after a while, only verifying Naruto's suspicion. We are looking for the Heaven Scroll, Shino said. Although we can cover more ground separately, I believe that we should stick together. Naruto nodded. You're right. But it might be best if we keep a space between ourselves. Explain, the Abirame said. With her Byakugan, Hinata-chan can keep an eye on both of us, Naruto began to explain. While you can plant one of your female bugs on each of us to keep track. And you? Shino asked. I'm trained at tracking people by scent. I can keep up with you too. Besides, Hinata smells like cinnamon. It's kind of hard not finding her, Naruto said, causing the Hyuga to blush. So if we're all traveling in the general direction, just away from one another, we can cover ground and smoke out the competition at the same time. You're using us as bait, aren't you? Shino said. Naruto shrugged. You're a target just as much as I am, if not smaller. Seeing one of us in the open will cause someone to attack. Hinata-chan can certainly take care of herself, Hinata's blush deepened. And you can hold your own as well. This will draw out backup. Once you, Hinata-chan, or I have a lock on the other two teammates, we can surely take them out. Seems simple enough. What do you think, Hinata? Shino asked. Hinata gave a nod, using most of her strength from not fainting at two back-to-back compliments. Shino pointed a finger towards his two teammates, a female bug flying on both of them. We will stay at least 20 yards away from one another, traveling north. Shino instructed. Hinata, Naruto, and I will take your sides. Naruto, you can take her left. I will take the right. Naruto nodded before hopping away. You'll be safe, Hinata. I don't think Naruto will allow anything to happen to either of us, Shino said before leaping onto a tree branch and going into the forest. Hinata gave a sigh before she too began to head north. Without her Byakugan activated, she could only believe that Naruto and or Shino were within the 20-yard radius. She had no doubt that Naruto would protect her if something went wrong. Her father had told her so. Flashback. Hinata was a bit worried about whatever her father had called her for. It was the day before the Chunin exams and he had already doubted her success. When she came to the training grounds within the Hyuga compound, she could see that her father was angry about something. Yes, father? Hinata asked. Hayashi glared at her. Since when did you hire that demon to be your guard? Ayano? Hinata asked, confused. You know who I'm talking about. Naruto. Hayashi snapped. Hinata had no clue on when or where Hayashi met Naruto, but from the sounds of it, they do not like each other. Do you know what he told me, Hinata? Hinata shook her head. He told me that you had the potential and defeated me. Do you know how absurd that is? Hinata wanted to stand up for herself right then and there. Hinata wanted to say how right Naruto was. Hinata wanted to do a lot of things, but fear kept her in her place. He has made it clear that he does not approve of my training regime and has told me to have more faith in you, Hayashi said. So I decided that you and I will have a spar to see just how smart that idiot really is for having faith in you. Hinata would go on to lose the spar, badly, but she did come away with one thing. Someone had faith in her, and a renowned shinobi who has made a name for proving people wrong. And so she would defeat her father. Even if that meant taking a beating every single day until she could. End flashback. Naruto could sense Hinata was a few yards behind him, though she was ahead of Shino for some odd reason. His attention was soon stopped when a fist came from his peripheral. He dodged it in time and landed on a separate tree branch before eyeing the person who threw the punch. Tayuya? What the hell are you doing here? Naruto asked. Think ass face. You know who is here and we're going through with our plans. Tayuya replied. And my plan starts with me ripping your balls off and shoving them down your fucking throat. Naruto shivered. That sounded painful. Tayuya-chan. Don't chan me. Tayuya snapped. Yeah, Naruto replied. Arguing with her was like arguing with the fox. It was best to just ignore them. I'm kind of in the middle of something, so could you postpone this little meeting? Please? Naruto sensed that Hinata and Shino were on their way to his location. Your teammates have sensed that you've stopped, Kyubi warned him. If they see Tayuya here, they will wonder. Right. Naruto replied to his tenant before flipping onto the ground. Tayuya followed him. So, Tayuya said, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, but I'm going to kick your ass for Itachi kicking my ass. Naruto gave chuckle. That Akatsuki can never predict them. Naruto sensed that Hinata and Shino were just a few seconds away. Come here for a sec. Hinata and Shino rounded a tree and came to a complete stop. There was Maka's no Naruto kissing some redhead. Naruto broke away and looked at the two. Oh, sorry for the false warning, but Naruto paused as he used his iron sand to stop Tayuya's foot from connecting to a very sensitive spot. You can go along. Hinata was speechless. Her hopes and dreams shattered in 10 seconds flat. Right. Shino said. Come on, Hinata. Naruto, make it quick. I will. Naruto said as Shino and Hinata took off. That was close. What the hell was that for? Tayuya spat, now fully restrained by the black sand. What part of I fit in more than you did you not get? They can't see you here or they're going to start to wonder. Naruto said. Man, I thought you were part of Oro Team's elite guards. You guys don't do a lot of recon missions, I see. You fucking rapist. I'll kill you for that. Tayuya struggled against her restraints. Listen, you're starting to become annoying. I have a mission I have to do. 2 of them to be exact. Naruto said. I really don't have time playing around, but Tayuya was thrown into a tree with the sand. If you insist, let's go. Finally. I thought you were never going to get serious, Tayuya said, black marks now apparent on her face as she activated her curse mark. Naruto chuckled. You sure are brash. Naruto held a hand seal. Ninja art, beast mimicry transformation, 2 tails. Tayuya stood taken back a bit at Naruto's new form. He looked all the threat that Kabuto and Orochimaru had made him out to be while still keeping that cursed mask on his face. But she did not dwell on his appearance too long and hopped into a tree, preparing a song with her flute. Seeing this, Naruto held a hand seal, his cheeks puffing up, and shot his tongue after Tayuya. Disgusted and surprised, Tayuya began jumping away before the organ retreated back into Naruto's mouth. Let's see you survive this needle, Tayuya said as she played a tune. Naruto held his gloves in the air. The gloves deteriorated into several slips of paper and scattered around. He hated genjutsu for a reason, and this was a perfect way to get out of it. Blow everything up. Tayuya was able to stir away from the multiple explosion, though the smoke screen caused her to lose sight on her target momentarily. That is before the boy literally materialized in front of her and kicked her square in her jaw. Tayuya descended onto the ground and tumbled before regaining her footing. Using the blood from her mouth, she swiped her thumb in it and pressed her palm on the ground. Summoning jutsu, Tayuya called. Naruto eyed the 3 doki before smirking. This would be fun. Eat this shithead, Tayuya called as she began to play a tune. Naruto began to backpedal as the 3 large orge-like beings came and swung for him. He was able to dodge their attacks successfully, thanking Jiraiya for his get hit and die game that he made to raise Naruto's defense against greater taijutsu. It worked like a charm. Tayuya's tune seemed to change and the 3 monstrosities stopped in their tracks. She hopped onto a branch and gave a piercing glare towards her opponent. Not knowing what to expect, Naruto held a familiar hand seal. Shadow Clone Jutsu. And in an instant, there were 4 of the feral boy. Tayuya's eyes narrowed as she continued the tune with her flute. Naruto watched the doki open their mouths in a very eerie fashion before even creepier white worm-like beings came flying out of their mouths. Move! QB ordered. Naruto and his clones scattered as the 3 worms took chase on the original and 2 clones. Naruto, realizing that the numbers game had finally gone in his way, gave the mental order to the last clone to attack Tayuya. As the only clone not being pursued went for the redhead, one of the doki moved to stand guard, its forearm having 3 bone-like claws, 2 dorsal and 1 palmar. The clone attempted to stop its own momentum and change directions quickly, but that proved to be in vain and the doki sliced it and dispelled it. Huh. I thought they said that he was tough, Tayuya thought. Naruto gave a low grunt. This fight was starting to become both tiresome and boring. Although messing with Tayuya proved to be as entertaining as he pictured, she was still not using her full power, and that was bothering him. For whatever the odd reason was, he really wanted to see her at her strongest. Naruto gave his 2 remaining clones a command and they went into action. As he continued to back away, they zigzagged towards Tayuya. Sensing danger, Tayuya moved her second doki to protect her from the oncoming clones. While her attention was on the 2 attacking clones, Naruto removed his reformed left glove, lightning forming in his hand. Byakurai! He shouted, firing the blast in front of him. Tayuya's eyes widened at the mistake she had made. Her doki were aligned in a perfect line in front of her. That blast would take all of them out in fatal sweep. Forced to leave her spot or die, Tayuya jumped onto a higher branch. The blast had, as expected, dispelled her 3 summons as well as his shadow clones. The branches beneath her were all destroyed as well, leaving a scorch mark on several trees. Naruto licked his teeth. I missed. So he wants to take this up a notch, huh? Tayuya said herself, going into her second stage. I can do that. Naruto smirked. So it begins. Tayuya and Naruto took off for one another. Tayuya, who was not a person who relied on taijutsu, arched her fist back. She was going to knock this arrogant bastard into next year. As for Naruto, he was excited to see her out of her element. This was exciting. Shithead! Tayuya shouted as she threw her punch. Naruto dodged the attack and looked over his shoulder as Tayuya landed on another tree branch. Sorry, Tayuya-chan, Naruto said as miniature explosions set off on the branch the girl was on, and she descended onto the ground. For the second time during their match, Tayuya hit the ground. This time, Naruto pursued. Tayuya rolled out of the way as the boy's fist collided with the ground. Seeing the dent in the ground, Tayuya came to 2 possible conclusions. He was either really that strong physically or he could mold his chakra into his fists whenever he felt like it. The second one seemed to make more sense as she was kicked by him earlier and, although it hurt, it was nowhere near the level of that punch. Tayuya went to put her flute to her lips, but Naruto came for her again. His speed seemed to beat her own, and she felt his fist in her gut. Feeling the wind leave her momentarily, she crouched down onto her knees. Itachi was the only one that could move this fast. Did that mean that he was on par with the Uchiha prodigy? You seem to forget what Kimimaro told you, Tayuya-chan. Don't ruin the mission or be killed, Naruto said before allowing Tayuya to drop to her knees. Now, let's forget about this and go on about our own ways. Naruto turned and began to walk off before he felt himself immobilized. His arms were forced into the air, and on further inspection, they were being held by wires from a ceiling. He looked around and saw an assortment of human bones. What the hell? Naruto asked himself as he began shouting in pain. The flesh from his skin was burning, and when he went to look at his arms, he could see his skin melting away. Told him I'd kill him, Tayuya thought as she continued the melody. Naruto began to struggle with the chains. Must break free, Naruto said as his eyes began to glow red. Must break free. No way, Tayuya said before a wave of chakra burst from Naruto's body, disrupting the genjutsu. When she saw Naruto standing in front of her, he now had 4 tails whipping behind him, his mask now on the ground revealing his whiskers. What the hell are you? Your worst nightmare, Naruto shouted before whipping his tails, a large twister forming and coming for Tayuya. Tayuya was able to jump out of the way before a large hand made of black sand came for her. Shit! Tayuya said, flipping over it and then jumping into the trees. Fine. Eat this shithead. Tayuya hit a high-pitched note on her flute, a wave of sound coming for Naruto. She watched Naruto fly backwards as the attack landed before his body simply vanished. Tayuya prepared herself as Naruto reappeared behind her. She was able to dodge the punch he threw, but one of his 4 tails grabbed her arm and slung her towards the ground. Bouncing off of the ground, Tayuya rolled to her feet and glared at the feral boy, who simply gave a feral yell and exhaled a rush of flames towards her. Tayuya flipped backwards, dodging the attack. Her stamina was beginning to run dry and her future was looking even dimmer. I told you to go on about your day, but you wouldn't listen. Tayuya did not know whether to mock the boy or attack. So now I'm going to plow you into the ground. Tayuya was confused about the hand seals, but she knew the attack far too well once he called it. Wind Release, Devil Storm Jutsu. The attack launched into the air before turning towards its target. Tayuya remembered that Orochimaru had claimed this attack virtually impossible to dodge, though the snake Sannin had already admitted that he knew one way to dodge it. Rash Omen. In a split second, a wall was up in front of Tayuya and absorbed the attack. That did not mean that she could not feel or hear the wind blowing off of the wall. When the attack ended, the wall retracted to reveal Naruto in his previous position, crouching on all 4s. That was close, Tayuya? Sakan asked. Another second and you would be another spot on the ground, Yukon added. Where the hell have you two been? This little shithead almost killed me, Tayuya shouted. Orochimaru-sama's orders were for us to stay put, Yukon said. You went to find Naruto on your own. We are here to simply retrieve you and… Yukon was interrupted when a hand of red chakra grabbed him and slung him into a nearby tree, one of the few that were still standing. Sakan looked to see Naruto now walking towards them, or Tayuya to be more precise. You wanted a fight, and you're going to get one, Naruto said. No one is going to interrupt this battle, mortal. Mortal? Just what the fuck is this guy's problem? Tayuya asked Sakan. Didn't you pay attention to Kimimaro? This guy's the fucking Kyuubi Jinchuriki, Sakan replied, angered to be put in this position. And from the looks of it, he's not even in control of his own body. Damn, Tayuya muttered. Sakan dashed towards Naruto and arched his fist back. Naruto's red eyes cut towards Sakan before the iron sand rushed to defend him. Sakan's hand was wrapped around the sand before he was thrown to where his brother lied. With no one in between them, Tayuya braced herself for the worst. She would not go down crying or begging for mercy, she would go down as a shinobi. Lightning formed in Naruto's left hand as he made his way to her. A tail securely wrapped around her throat and lifted her into the air. Heh, and you remind me so much of Kushina, the demon said before Naruto began shaking his head furiously. No, kid, stop it. I can't, she has to die. What's going on over here? A random Kusagenin asked before Naruto snapped his head towards him. Byakurai. Tayuya's eyes did not show a hint of fear as the unsuspecting boy was blown into oblivion. Tayuya then turned towards her captor, who smirked heavily. Now, where were we? He asked in his demonic voice before his second hand rose. No! Don't, Tayuya frowned as a mark appeared glowing from Naruto's stomach. Curse you, Uzumaki! And with that, Tayuya was dropped to the ground along with Naruto collapsing. She slid backwards and stood up before glancing towards Sakan and Yukon. The brothers had fused together, and only Sakan stood. Well, that was unexpected, Sakan said. But we should get back before Orochimaru-sama learns that we left. I doubt it'll take him that long to find the Uchiha. Hi, Tayuya said. I'll kill the shithead later. Sakan snorted. Good luck with that one. Shino and Hinata both felt the demonic chakra end, which was bittersweet. The good news meant that Naruto was now able to talk and the Kyuubi was retained. The bad news meant that he had either defeated his opponent, or was defeated himself. Why you don't think that? No. Shino interrupted his teammate. We should set up camp here. Naruto will find us soon. Hi. Hinata replied. Naruto glared at the cage where the Kyuubi no Kitsune was now behind fully. He had half the mind to open the cage and beat the fox, but his common sense told him how badly he would lose that match. What the hell were you doing? Naruto shouted in frustration. I wanted to injure her, not kill her. You are too weak. I did what you could not do, the fox retorted. Yeah? Well, if I'm so weak, then how come you can't find a way to break my seal? Naruto asked. That's a very stupid question. Your cursed ancestors made that damned seal. Had it not been for her, I would have devoured your father and the rest of the village whole, the Kyuubi said. And you should be thanking me. She didn't look like she was going to hesitate killing you. Naruto turned around. Whatever. I can handle myself. And for the record, she does not remind me of my mother. Loud, brash, foul-mouthed, hot-headed, and a redhead, Kyuubi said. The only difference between your mother and that girl is their skills. Unlike you, Kushina could have mopped the floor with that redhead. Naruto turned to the statue of his mother guarding the Yin chakra of the fox. Just stay out of my head from now on, Naruto said before pausing in his steps. And don't take that too literal. The fox growled as it lied back down. It would wait for another opponent to cause Naruto to lose his mind and make his move then. Naruto sat up and eyed his surroundings. Trees were blown, burnt, and knocked down. He turned to his left to see what looked like half of a person's body. The memory of using Byakurai came to his mind and he realized that that was the Kusa-genin. Walking up to the boy, Naruto closed his eyes and gave a small prayer before looking down at the boy. He smirked. Well, at least I got a heaven scroll. Naruto pocketed the scroll and inhaled deeply, a smile gracing his lips. Follow the smell of cinnamon. And with that, Naruto took off after his team. That night, Orochimaru eyed the injured Tayuya. Tayuya-chan, Orochimaru said. Tell me exactly what my orders were. Not to leave. Tayuya muttered just loud enough for the snake Sannin to hear. Correct. And you did just that. Not only did you do that, but you did so to attack someone aiding us, Orochimaru said. But I won't punish you. No, in fact, I will reward you for your disobedience. The other Sound 4 members present frowned. That did not sound quite right. But when Orochimaru gave his peculiar smirk, they knew that this reward was not going to be so great. I originally had picked Kin for the position, Orochimaru said. But I will use you instead during the final piece of my plan. You will become the Nidaime Hokage. Tayuya knew what that meant, but nodded anyway. Hi, Lord Orochimaru, she said before the man walked off, her other teammates following him. Tayuya sat on her knees frozen. She had just dodged death only to meet it again. She wanted to blame Naruto for her predicament, but somehow could not. Completely. Sure, killing him would have made this better, but it was her choice to find the blonde. Sighing, Tayuya stood up. She would face her death head on. But she swore that before she died, Naruto would fall by her hands. She swore. Chapter 7, A Power Revealed. Cursed Seal vs. Sealed Curse. Hinata did not know when Naruto found them, or when he arrived at their campsite, but when she awoke the next day, he slept in a tree branch above her sleeping bag. But now the boy was awake and scouting the area while Shino and Hinata ate a small breakfast. He has the Heaven Scroll, Shino said to Hinata. We are to head for the tower. Hi. Hinata replied quietly. About what we saw yesterday, Shino said. I don't think that we should think much of it. My analysis of Naruto tells me that he tends to flirt a lot. The redhead girl was probably being pursued and he was acting for the sake of her life. That would explain the rise of chakra we felt after we left. Hinata nodded, still remembering Naruto kissing the redhead girl. She swore she saw him hold her down with iron sand, but did not have enough courage to confront her blonde crush. The boy who she met in the woods years ago who was training to become the next Hokage. They were the same age, yet he had the strength and courage to enter the academy with her cousin, Niji. He did not care for what people thought of him. He would become great, and never go back on his words. That was what he was saying to himself in the woods. And she had yet to forget it till this day. We're clear, Naruto said from behind Hinata, frightening the poor girl. Sorry about that, Hinata-chan. I tend to forget to make myself known to my teammates. And no problem. ISH should be more alert, Hinata replied. Actually, I was trained to sneak around. It was my fault for sneaking up on you, Naruto said. Shino, I need you and Hinata-chan to go to the tower without me. What? Shino asked. I have something to do, Naruto answered. I don't want you two to be hurt, and where I'm going, you will be. We are a team. We will follow you, Shino said. Naruto stared at the bug user before nodding. It was a rare and awkward thing to hear Shino the team player. He was usually the logical one, and reminded Hinata of her limits while Naruto told the girl to push herself. For the few days he was here, this was how Hinata's training went. Shino told her when to stop and Naruto told her to continue. Oddly enough, she rarely listened to Shino. Fine. Come with me. But do not get spotted, Naruto said. I have a really bad feeling, and if I don't find him soon. If you are referring to Gaara, Shino interrupted. We have already passed him. He killed the rain team right in front of us. Naruto's eyes narrowed. When I was busy with Tayuya? Shino nodded. I thought so. We should hurry. Gaara will pick up on my scent and follow me. Your scent? Shino questioned. Let's just move, Naruto said. This was bad. No, this was beyond bad. Kiba and Sasuke were both down and out from their recent battle with Orochimaru, and she was left guarding them. She. Sakura Haruno. The pretty girl of the group. The girl that attempted to gain Sasuke's attention instead of training seriously. She was the one that was supposed to protect them. From what or who, she did not know, but she felt that they were close. And then they came. The sound team from earlier. Knowing that it was now do or die, Sakura wiped the tears from her eyes and rose to her feet. If she should die today, then she would not die hiding. She would die fighting. Like a shinobi should. Naruto, Hinata, and Shino hopped through the trees, Naruto leading. His eyes were focused ahead of him, not really paying attention to his two teammates. There were two things bothering Naruto, Gaara and Orochimaru. While he knew that he and Gaara would eventually fight, Orochimaru left him confused. While the Sound Five seemed to have some way of finding Naruto both times while he has yet to find one of them. His resolution was to find any team from Sound and force them to talk. The sound of a scream caused Naruto to immediately change directions. He knew that voice. Sakura, Hinata said. Naruto put extra chakra in his jumps, leaving his team behind. You put up quite the fight, Naruto heard. He was now able to see a beaten Sakura on the ground. Kin, finish her. With pleasure, Kin said as she grabbed Saban needles from her pouch. Told you that you weren't going to live. I doubt that. Sakura turned her head to see Naruto standing on a tree branch. The boy jumped into the air and landed in front of her. I'll give you just one chance to do two things. Leave Sakura alone and tell me where Oro team is. You're that kid, Dosa said. Makaze no Naruto. The overrated man that somehow killed Zabuza. I didn't kill him, or his apprentice. I killed Gato, Naruto replied. Hey, you don't look like much, Zaka said. In fact, I can take you out now. Naruto's eyes narrowed. Then what are we doing talking? Zaka held a palm towards Naruto. Take this, Zaka shouted, an air tunnel coming straight for Naruto. Wind? Seriously? Naruto thought as he dodged the attack. It's not every day I get to fight someone with my affinity. Be lucky that you're alive to fight, the fox barked. Whatever, Naruto muttered before Zaka came rushing towards him. Oh, come on. Sakura watched as Naruto simply punched Zaka in the stomach before another punch in the boy's face that sent him flying backwards. Naruto reached for the scroll on his back and sat it down. He opened it and took his left glove off before placing his left hand on a seal. Lightning was seen and heard before disappearing. Naruto put his glove back on and stood up straight, his scroll closing on instincts. So, Dosa said, you can seal lightning. Do you honestly think that that's going to help you defeat us? Of course, Naruto said, grinning beneath his mask. Kin, why don't you show him exactly who he's messing with? Dosa said. With pleasure, Kin said, tossing two needles towards Naruto. Naruto stood still as the two needles neared his face before colliding. He instantly began wobbling around, holding his ears. Looks like you can't even take that weak attack. My ears, Naruto thought. I knew your stupid enhancements were pointless. Quit whining and defend yourself, Kyuubi ordered. Naruto attempted to look at Kin, only to see three of her standing in front of him. Tayuya was pretty pissed at you, Kin said with a smirk. Says that because you ran off, she was attacked by Itachi. If I were you, I'd die now to spare yourself from the pain she's going to put you through. Despite his dizziness, Naruto still chuckled. Tayuya-chan and I had a small battle yesterday. I don't think she'll be trying anything for a while, Naruto said as he finally had a lock on Kin. And I'm guessing neither are you. With that said, Naruto's tongue shot directly for the sound Kunoichi, who dodged quickly. Dosu was about to move before Naruto's tongue changed directions and slapped the boy off of his feet before retracting into Naruto's mouth. As disgusting as it is, Sakura thought. A move like that is very handy. Naruto did not pause as he ran for Kin. He had to keep her from ringing those bells again. Due to his eyes narrowing on Kin's movements, he hardly saw Zaku rising and blasting another tunnel of wind towards him. Naruto caught onto it and jumped, though his foot was hit, and he flipped violently before falling onto the ground. Naruto saw several Saban needles raining down on him and rolled out of the way. He can't take them all by himself, Sakura thought. I wish I could help. Time to put an end to this, Naruto said, removing both gloves. Sakura felt the wave of familiar chakra coming off of the boy. Alright, you three, it's your move. Cocky, aren't we? Zaku asked. How do you want to finish this, Dosu? He's apparently going to use that lightning. I say, take him out fast before he can get an aim on us, Dosu said. Right, Zaku said as he and Dosu ran for Naruto. What are you doing, Kit? You're refusing my chakra, the QB shouted. I'll beat them on my own. Watch, Naruto responded. Naruto waved his right hand in front of him, a wall of iron sand forming almost in an instant. The two sound neens separated, going around the wall. Naruto saw this cause the black sand to form a protective dome around him. Coward Kin muttered before Naruto's tongue shot from the dome, heading directly for Zaku. Zaku dodged the organ as it retracted. How can he see inside of that thing? Zaku asked. I don't know, Dosu said, revealing his melody arm. But I doubt it is soundproof. Dosu came towards the dome, prepared to unleash a barrage of sound waves on it before a pair of hands grabbed Dosu's legs from underground, Dosu tripping and falling on the ground before a clone of Naruto dug its way up. One down, the clone said before the sand around the real Naruto shot for Zaku. And here goes the second. Kin tossed several of Saban needles at Naruto's clone, which dodged. Kin smirked, and the real Naruto saw the thin lines of wire. Crap, Naruto thought as the sound of high-pitched bells rang his ears. Zaku saw the sand that was coming for him fall lifelessly on the ground. The real Naruto now held his head in agony as his clone did the same. Dosu took this chance to land a blow on the real Naruto, more sound waves bouncing off of Naruto's eardrums. You're no threat to us, Dosu said. You're no help to Orochimaru either. Sakura's eyes widened. Naruto is helping Orochimaru? No! Inner Sakura screamed as she cried anime tears of the thought of her second crush being evil. Naruto stood up slowly as the iron sand came towards him. So all of you can use sound waves. That sucks, Naruto said as he was covered in the black sand before it seemingly retracted into the seal on his right hand. Now. That's much better. Kin, do it again, Zaku said. I want him to be still when I blast him until the afterlife. My pleasure, Kin said before ringing the bells again. While his clone seemed to be in pain, Naruto stood unfazed, his eyes directly on Kin. What? My guess is that you're questioning on why that didn't work. Am I right? Naruto said a bit louder than he was normally speaking. I have sand in my ears. I can't hear a thing. Interesting, Shino thought as he and Hinata watched the fight. Now, Naruto said. Let's see what's faster. Your sound techniques or my swift release. Dosu frowned. He had never heard of such a thing. I'm sick of you, Zaku shouted before moving towards Naruto faster than Sakura's eyes could track. The speed of sound. Naruto's dead, Sakura thought. Zaku appeared where Naruto was before Naruto shimmered out of existence. I'm impossible, Kin said. No one can move faster than the speed of sound. I have no clue on what you just said, Naruto said, now behind Kin. But I'm sure you're thoroughly shocked. Sakura watched as Kin swung to hit Naruto, only for him to vanish again. The boy reappeared in between Zaku and Dosu, facing Zaku. Sakura watched Naruto impishly stick his tongue out, taunting Zaku, who blasted a powerful beam of sound waves and wind towards Naruto, who vanished again. The attack landed on Dosu and the boy flew several feet backwards. Ah, damn it, Zaku said before he felt sand wrapping around him. By the way, Naruto said, you missed. Zaku was tossed towards Kin. The two collided and rolled on the ground for a while. You are a traitor to Orochimaru-sama, Dosu said. You're here to aid him, yet you attack his own men. Naruto tilted his head to the side, black sand pouring from his ear. You're going to have to say that again, Naruto said. You're a traitor to. I am loyal to no one, Naruto said. Now tell me where Orochimaru is or else. Or else what? Dosu asked. Naruto's eyes flashed red. You don't want to know. Shino and Hinata stood in their hidden spots, awaiting the opportune moment to help their teammate, if needed. He was working with Orochimaru this entire time, Shino muttered. And no. And Naruto-kun would never do that, Hinata replied. Hinata, Shino said. Your crush on the boy is simply diverting you from facts. He never denied working with Orochimaru, and he knows that he is here. My guess is that this Tayuya was the girl we saw yesterday. Something must be wrong with their plans. Despite speaking in a low tone, Naruto heard both of his teammates. He then turned his attention to a few bushes where he could sense 3 more presences. One of the 3 was Ino Yamanaka, as only she smelled like flowers all the time. I'll give you one last time, Naruto said to Dosu. I'm not giving any information that would compromise our mission, Dosu said. Zaku. Kin. Let's go. Naruto caught Kin using the speed of sound technique. Knowing that continuing the use of the swift release would only force him to draw upon the fox's chakra, he only shielded himself from the blow that he had seen coming. Use my chakra and end this, the nine-tailed fox shouted. Naruto was going to reply, but he soon caught Zaku on the move. Using Kin's body as a battering ram, Naruto swung the girl at her teammate, who only caught her and set her aside. Time to use the phantom barrage, Naruto muttered to himself. Dosu ran for Naruto, his melody arm cocked back. Naruto waited for the right moment before vanishing. Where'd he? Before Kin could finish, she saw Dosu get knocked into air by an unseen force. Dosu's body was knocked around in the middle of the air before the blonde Jinchuriki appeared above Dosu and gripped Dosu's waist, flipping the sound Nin and throwing him towards the ground. Zaku, thinking quickly, fired a blast towards the ground, creating a mound of softened dirt where Dosu was heading. Seeing this, Naruto fired his tongue towards Dosu and grabbed Dosu's legs, before slamming him into the ground next to the pile. Naruto landed, smirking beneath his mask. You honestly thought that I would allow you to soften his fall? Yeah, right, Naruto said. This guy is amazing, Sakura thought. Cha! Inner Sakura added with a punch into the air. How did he do that? Choji asked Shikamaru and Ino. I don't know. Forehead said that he was strong, possibly stronger than Sasuke-kun, but I never thought that he would be that strong, Ino replied. Kit, you may fool them, but you can't fool me. You need my chakra, the fox told its tenant. Give me some time, QG. I can bluff just a little bit longer, Naruto responded. Dosu regrouped with Zaku and Kin. I don't know how long he can do that, Dosu said. My guess is that if we don't finish him now, he will eventually get the upper hand. Right, Kin and Zaku said in unison. Naruto eyed the 3 sound ninja. Each one of them would probably be easier if he singled them out, but to do that, he would have to use a shadow or sand clone, and that was chakra that he had to save. Plus, the chances that one of his clones could be dispelled and Sakura would be left unguarded. Then he felt a surge of foul chakra coming from behind him. Sasuke? Naruto thought as he eyed the Uchiha who now sported black marks on the left side of his body. Oh great. Oroteam got to him too. Sasuke looked at his hands before turning towards Sakura. Sakura, which one of these losers did that to you? Sakura sat on her knees, too afraid to say anything. The chakra coming from Sasuke now was completely frightening. It felt just as bad as the chakra she felt from Naruto when he fought against Gato and Wave. He bears a curse mark? Dosu thought. Why would Orochimaru-sama want us to kill the Uchiha if he was going to give him a curse mark? Unless I did it to her, Zaku said, stepping forward. Sasuke glared at Zaku, Tomo occupying the last Uchiha's Sharingan. There's no hope in us defeating both of them, Dosu thought. Now's the time for a tactical retreat. Zaku, wait. Before. Oh, I can handle him, Dosu, Zaku said, holding his arms forward towards Sasuke. Let's see how tough you are. Sakura saw the tunnel of sound waves and wind fire straight for her and Sasuke. She felt a pair of arms around her before she was placed at a different location. Her eyes went up to see Naruto standing with his arms crossed. Thanks, Naruto, Sakura said. Naruto replied. Sasuke was now behind Zaku, a sinister smile on his face. You miss, Sasuke said, grabbing Zaku's arms and placing a foot on the boy's back, pulling. Sasuke, that's enough, Naruto said, hearing the popping and straining of Zaku's joints. It's over whenever I say it is, Sasuke snapped back. Damn team, Naruto muttered as he closed his eyes. Sorry QG, looks like I couldn't handle it. Sakura felt the wave of chakra coming from Naruto, a red outline of chakra now around him. His mask fell to the ground, revealing the feral whiskers beneath each red eye. But I won't lose. Sasuke threw Zaku aside. I've always wanted to finally fight you on equal terms. You and I were quite alike. You are a mercenary. I am an avenger. We both need power to survive. Are you going to talk me to death or are you going to do something? Naruto asked. Sasuke chuckled darkly. You're such a dope. Don't you see it? Don't you see the power he has granted me? I'm no longer held back by my teammates. I have the power I deserve. Naruto saw the dark violet chakra swirling around Sasuke, but did not care too much about it. Well then, Sasuke said before coming towards Naruto. Oh man! Sasuke-kun is going to fight Naruto, Ino said. Go Sasuke! I'm pretty sure that this is not part of his mission, Shino said to Hinata. Naruto waited for the last moment before dodging. He was surprised to see the Uchiha hot on his heels. Man, what's with this guy all of a sudden? Naruto thought. It's the will of the curse mark, the Kyuubi explained. Just as my will and power is obtainable through your desire, his desire is power. That chakra came with a price. Fire release, Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Naruto saw the fireballs coming for him before realizing that they were to conceal shuriken. Iron Sand, Iron Dome, Naruto called. The black dome protected him from the attack. Iron Sand, Iron Bullet Jutsu. Several darts made of the black sand shot for Sasuke, who dodged the attack effortlessly thanks to the Sharingan. The wall of iron sand descended and Naruto shot his extended tongue for Sasuke. Sasuke flipped over the attack and came for Naruto, who was currently withdrawing his organ. Time for swift release, Naruto thought. Sasuke came with a blow with a sharpened kunai. The blade went directly through Naruto as if the boy was made of the wind itself before Naruto's tongue was able to wrap around Sasuke's neck. Naruto whipped Sasuke into a nearby tree. How did he do that? Choji asked. I don't know, Shikamaru said. Man, this is such a drag. Sasuke hasn't a chance with this guy. Ino promptly knocked her teammate on the head. Quiet. Sasuke-kun isn't defeated yet, Ino shouted. Naruto watched the hand seals and saw Sasuke inhale before exhaling a large fireball at him, one about the size of a standard Itachi fireball. Naruto dodged the attack with minimal damage, taking a small burn on his right arm. Seeing the Uchiha, Naruto ran head-on. I can see his every move, Sasuke thought. Naruto swung a punch, which Sasuke caught in his hand. Sasuke landed a punch on Naruto before sweeping the blonde off of his feet. This small victory was short-lived as Naruto used his left leg to kick Sasuke in the back of his knee, causing the Uchiha's knee to buckle. Naruto quickly got up and came with a powerful punch, though Sasuke ducked under it in time. Sasuke flipped away from Naruto and unleashed several kunai towards his opponent. Naruto countered this with shuriken of his own before holding his left hand towards Sasuke. Naruto's glove disintegrated into thousands of strips of paper that came for the Uchiha. Sasuke stood still and began dodging the strips. Amazing, Ino said. No doubt that Sharingan is the reason he can do that, Shikamaru thought. The slips of paper reformed Naruto's glove and the blonde glared at his opponent. Give it up, Sasuke. You can't win, Naruto said. Sasuke smirked. I'm not the one tired. Naruto was unable to finish his sentence as Sasuke came for him. Naruto was able to block Sasuke's punch with his corresponding palm and the following spinning kick with his forearm. Naruto jumped after the sweep, already falling for the tactic once. Naruto retrieved a kunai just in time to block Sasuke's strike with a knife in his hand. The two glared at one another, red meeting red, before hopping backwards, putting space between themselves. Fire release, Great Fireball Jutsu. Lightning Sealing Method, Byakurai. The two attacks met in the center, and seemed equally powered before Naruto gave one final push, his lightning-based attack slicing through Sasuke's fire. With a grunt, Sasuke put more power into the attack, though he knew he could not last much longer. Naruto gave another thrust that created an explosion. Sakura covered her face from the debris. When she removed her arm, she saw that both Naruto and Sasuke had been knocked backwards. The blonde began to stir before slowly rising to his feet. Like before, Sakura saw the bloodied hand of Naruto. It was the side effect from overusing his treasured jutsu. You were pretty strong, Naruto said. It's time to end this. Wait, Sakura called out. Why you can't kill him? I won't let you. It's not really up to you, is it? Naruto replied, a ball of lightning forming in his palm. I promised someone that I would look after you, but you're becoming a pain in the ass. Sakura quickly came and covered Sasuke's body. Oh, come on. I won't let you kill him. Please. Just take our scroll and leave, Sakura cried. Seeing Sakura lie protectively over Sasuke, Naruto ended the technique before placing his hand on the ground. Uzumaki Grave Seal, Naruto called. The chains made from the attack shot directly for Sasuke and covered the boy in a chain pattern seal until the curse mark retreated. Naruto stood up straight and turned around. When he wakes up, Naruto said to Sakura, tell him to thank you for his life. Otherwise, I would have finished him. Thank you, Naruto, Sakura cried. Hinata. Shino. Let's go, Naruto said before leaping off. While Hinata followed Naruto almost instantaneously, Shino checked to see Sakura's predicament before following his teammates. So you're working for Orochimaru, huh? Shino asked. No. Naruto said plainly. Due to his mask being discarded, his voice did not have the slightly muffled tone it always had and his anger could be heard clearly. My mission is from the Hokage. It is to stop Gaara from rampaging through the village. That's not what it sounds like, Shino said. In an instant, Naruto had stopped and glared at Shino. Orochimaru asked me to fight Gaara. The Hokage has asked me to protect the village from Gaara. Is it starting to make sense to you now, Shino? Naruto asked angrily. My mission is to make sure that you don't die and that Hinata-chan proves her clan wrong. To say that Shino and Hinata were thoroughly shocked at his declaration was putting it mildly. Naruto sighed heavily, his blue eyes now fully restored and his whiskers now just 3 marks on each cheek. Orochimaru has something big in store and I have to stop him, Naruto said in a calmer voice. That's why I'm here. Then we should hurry to the tower then, Shino said. Right, Naruto said. Are you ready, Hinata-chan? Hi. The girl said quietly before the 3 took off. What if Naruto has black sand bloodline? Thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoyed this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.